people? It is Tuesday, the 18th of June. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. As always, we've got the best in the building. Introduce yourself, please, guys.
What's going on? Ramsey, this is his brother. How you doing, man? How you doing, Brent? How you doing, Marks? What you saying?
We all right, man.
Blessed, and highly favoured.
All right, then. As always. Oh, shit, right there. Let me retweet this. Sorry, people.
Thank you.
I feel like I look tired, like my face looks puffy. I don't know. I don't feel it, though. I'm all right. I'm cool.
I definitely feel like shit. I just hope I don't look like shit.
Oh, yeah, right. You always look like shit.
Safe.
How you doing, Brent?
I'm all right.
No announcements you wanted to make?
Yes, today is the last day for you to register to vote. Please, can you register if you haven't already registered? It would be absolutely pointless for us to be talking about politics and elections for as long as we've been doing it, and you guys...
By this point, the whole community should be registered to vote.
Yeah.
You get me? Because it's about action. Talk is cheap.
It is always cheap. What the hell did you just say?
Huh?
What did you just say?
I said it's about action.
What did you say afterwards?
Talk is cheap.
The irony of that particular statement.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
I think they said there's 8 million people that still haven't registered to vote.
Is it?
Mm.
Yeah, see? At least 2 million of them watch us, so these needs to be better. Let's do it. But there's no don't have faith about works, man. You gotta do the deeds, Brent. It's gotta be done.
I'm all about deed doing, Mags. No one ever has any of that type of criticism to lobby against me.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Say it, I'm going to do it.
And I respect that about you. So you got register. Today's the last day. You could do it. You could probably do it now while you're watching the show. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here at the top of the deck.
Before we bang on, give them a little intro. So, couple of things. Mags, you came in a bit frosty. Without giving us details, can you tell us a scenario in which it is your dilemma is in right now, so we can basically weigh in?
Are we talking about my phone call?
Yeah.
Is this what we're doing here?
Without giving details, because it seemed juicy.
You are dropping mad names.
No, don't
I'm not
name
going to
names.
repeat it, obviously, but that's why you're interested, because he was in there like...
Yeah, precisely. Like, he didn't acknowledge anybody, so he needed to finish just, I'm like, woo. If not, then cool, I can move on to the next point of order.
So we're going away for my friend's 40th birthday.
Okay.
It's like a mixed group of us. There's probably about, how many committed in the end? 8 of us. There's 8 of us going away, and obviously we
Party with the boys.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I went and lined up, done the whole package holiday thing.
Okay.
Found somewhere to go.
So you organised everything?
You know me.
You did it.
Leadership.
Yeah, boy.
You know her.
Right.
There's always got to be one guy.
The crocodile at the
Always,
head, man.
yeah.
Right.
So we done it. Everybody committed. Paid our deposits and whatnot. But then obviously the deadline's running down. They've got to get paid. We're going away in September.
Okay.
And then we made the initial payment, and then you had to make one more by like May or something. I don't know. And then the last one is June the 26th. You know what I'm trying to say? But then when we're reaching these checkpoints, there's just funny things going on in that people's communication, like people going AWOL, not replying in the group, and we just don't know what's going on in it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I got the whole thing set up, like the whole deck where you just handle everything, where you pay for everything, innit? All of us had to pay. We paid a deposit initially, and then all of us had to pay another amount, say like 150 or 2 bills or something, by a certain time in May, innit?
Right.
But it's all set up in the deck. We all got access to it. You can pay it off and boom, boom. So there's like 8 of us. But my brethren said early, I'm not on this long thing. I want to clear it, innit? So
respect it.
So we cleared his bill, innit? But then what that's done is, remember, it all goes in one pot, innit? So what's that done is, it's paid everybody's deposit, if that makes sense. Do you get what I mean? Everybody had to pay like an extra 150 by May. Because he's gone in there and paid his whole thing off. all the
He's
150.
paid his whole thing off.
Yeah, he's paid his whole thing off, but the
Okay.
machine ain't registered it like that, innit? It's just
Right.
seen the amount of money in it. So everybody ain't got to pay the extra thing by May now. Because everybody's 150's been paid as far as they're concerned. But they haven't. He's paid it. Are you following?
I do, but I'm getting annoyed even now, like, because I know where you're going with this, and it's wild.
So now he's done that, it's give everybody a bit more leeway kind of thing, innit? So like I said, there's people that's just able, we're not seeing them, like we're not hearing from them, they're not replying, they're not answering, boom, 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 boom. And time's just running down. And we're like, yo. So I've paid for all mine, my brother's paid for all his, 2 more of them's paid for all theirs. There's 4 of them that hasn't. I think our account says there's like 5 grand something left to pay, or whatever.
When you say pay for all of yours, are you talking about the entire holiday or just the deposit?
No, my whole holiday's paid for.
All right then. Right then. Fair.
Yeah, so 4 of us have paid for all our joint. The other 4 got to pay. And then like things just been coming up. One man was talking about like he popped down. This was ages ago. I'm saying, bro, the flights, the holidays. Why are you preempting this for? Like, what you moving like you're not gonna be better by September? Like, what are we doing here? Like, why are you telling us man's sick for? Like, you moving like this is terminal or something? You're moving mad. You get what I'm trying to say? The next shoot's telling me, oh yeah, I'm definitely paying it, but I'm gonna pay it on the last day. It's like, what?
No.
Why is
The
man?
last day.
Why is man doing this stuff for? Oh no, whatever. Anyway, but I think I'm getting to the bottom of it, and I think 3 of them are 30. The one who's paying on the last day, I don't really know him too well, but he's been in communication. He's saying, look, I'm paying it on this day. The other 2, one of them is saying, look, I'm the one who banged my cousin on it, so either way, he's straight. I got it. I just talked to him in the morning saying like he's straight, like we got it. So then there's one more. And when I speak to my brethren, he's saying, oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. So I'm saying like, why? And he's like, oh, he just had some issues, and like I think he just recently lost his job, and I'm not sure if he wants to commit. You get me? But I'm saying, so what then? Because we got like a week left to pay off for this, and like we have to pay it, innit? So I don't know if we're gonna run around and try and find a replacement, or if we just pay like an extra 2 bills each, so it's covered, kind of thing. I don't want to do that. You're trying to cut into my spending money. I'm going to Toronto next month. I don't know what you man are trying to do, but I'll do it if I have to. But I'm trying to tell my brethren whose birthday it is, and he's the one who slightly called him on. I'm saying just pay for it. Like just pay for him and make him run it back. That's the grown thing to do. That's what I would do. You get me? He's talking about why on earth would I do that? Like, you get me? I'm saying this is what I can't stand. You get me? Like, just handle it. Because in my mind, you've called him on, you know we've got to pay, you know the thing. If you can trust him to make that commitment to pay for the holiday in the first place, yeah, why can't you trust him to pay you back? Obviously, people's scenario and situations change and things happen. You got to rest it to the tear. But I'm saying you should, like, if you think he's good for it, you thought he was good for it initially, that's why you got him involved. Pay for his holiday. Would you pay for his holiday?
If it's my boy, yeah. But when it comes to money, I don't play that. My man don't know how I move. I front it, but I expect it on a certain day. And if it's not there on a certain day, then I will be chasing
Interest.
you. Yeah. No, I don't do interest. It's haram. But I'm on you. Like, give me, like, where's my money? And I'll give you, I'll say week before, day before, on the day, what's going on. But my boys are good with money anyway. So luckily, I don't have to deal with that issue.
Would you cover it, Brent?
So I don't really fully agree with the last part of what you said before you asked Rams your question.
What was that bit again?
That if you trusted him to pay for it in the first place, then what's the deal with you fronting it and then trusting him to put it back to you?
What, you don't like that logic?
As you said, one of the guys, his work circumstances changed.
Yeah.
So now what he thought he had and could do,
He can't do
he
it.
can't anymore. And that drastically changed things. And if I decided to basically, in the time in which is that he was up, pay for his this, that, and the next, because he had promised to run it back because his check was coming, and then he's gone, and then something else happens, there's no way that I would expect
Him to...
him to still do that, given that so many circumstances or events in his life has actually changed.
Yeah. So what do we do then? Oh dear. That's what Christy. That's exactly what he said. He said it's my birthday. Why the hell am I paying for? But I'm saying that's boss status. That's leadership. This is what leadership's about.
Is it?
Yes. No, it's leadership. It's taking the reins. It's making shit happen.
How close is he to this guy though?
We're all pretty friends, but they're close, man. We're friends,
Sounds
man.
like both of y'all have the same type of relationship with him.
He's a bit closer.
To you.
He's closer.
Boss, come on. Head of the crocodile, come on.
I think we're all gonna end up paying extra. I'm trying to phone a couple of my friends now to see if I can find. Cause I think we can still do a name change on it. I think we got up till next week to do a name change.
What's the price though for the man that has to?
I don't know because we've done one already, and my brethren didn't have to pay nothing.
Okay.
My one who started it just lost his deposit, and everyone just changed the name and just took it over.
Say less, okay.
So I don't know whether he might just lose just the initial whatever he's paid for, but that would only be what 3-4 bills or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you might just lose that, and then someone could jump on and just pay for the rest of it. I'm not sure. I have to shout them and see, but it's looking like we might have to fit the bill, especially if people think like you, Brent, because I honestly, and he's onto me, and he says it's easy for me to say because it's not my money, but I'm being so serious when I believe he should just pay for it.
I know you believe he should do it because it is convenient for you.
No, because if the shoes on the other foot, providing I've got it and I can afford it, I'll do it.
But the friendship that y'all have with this guy is tantamount. It's kind of samey. So why don't you do half-half?
What?
What's a what? French? What?
I got other trips planned. I need my money.
Imagine. And that brother doesn't.
I don't know what he's doing in his spare time.
But he should have come out and said, I can't afford it. This is what I'm going through. I'm being fully transparent.
He's not talking about that fella. He's talking about the fella's friend. The same relationship that he has with that guy.
Yeah.
He's talking about this guy must basically foot it for him. That guy should turn around and say, but you knew him 10 days before I knew him. He's your friend too. But he ain't doing that. He ain't using his noggin. But never mind, it will get resolved, man. You're gonna let's wake up one day and say, let me just do it, boss.
When you lot are there, you're gonna forget.
Boss settings.
When you lot are out there,
Yeah.
What? You'll forget?
You won't forget.
Especially when he's there, he's asked for stuff.
No, I'm saying, Mark, if he doesn't go and they foot the bill once they're out there and you know what I mean, they're having a good time, he's not gonna care. It is what it is. I won't talk to him again, but at least we're having a good time.
I need to do the maths on it and see what it works out to do. It might be like extra. It might be
2 bills.
Two B's. It might be like 2 bills each or something like
Too
that.
bad.
You get me? I mean, all's well that ends well, I guess.
Yes,
but I want everybody to go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
That's,
That's
Makes
why.
sense.
but we had a plan. You get what I'm trying to say? We started to it. We committed to it. We got to see this through.
Yeah.
Like, by hook or by
Yeah,
crook.
the money's not important. We just want all of us to share the fun. Yeah, no, it's none of that.
Come hell or high water, he needs to make like I would make sure that that's done. You get what I'm trying to say? And that's why I just dealt with it. Because I was thinking, these are thinking like all this layaway stuff, it don't really work out how you think. Because even so, like, you've still got the bill to pay. So when you do it and you take your time like that, the best is either get it out of the way or actually use the time and pay it in installments. Because if you just wait to the end and do it in one lump sum, you're just gonna feel. You're still gonna feel it. Like you didn't do nothing.
Yep.
You just delayed the bill.
inevitable.
The inevitable. You know what I'm trying to say? And in my mind, I'm saying I'm not waiting till June to slap the money on, and I'm going away in July.
I hate that.
That don't even make no sense to me. You know what I'm trying to say? So I just got it out of the way. But I just thought everybody was sensible. But apparently not, man.
That's peak.
So I don't know. But I'm gonna see if I can convince my brethren to pay for it. That's the maths that I want to do. I want to see if I can convince my brethren. So I've thrown in a few of my different friends because I'm saying if it just comes from me, like, you know what I'm like, he's just gonna think I'm just chatting shit and I'm just on banter and I'm just ready to do. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? These might think I'm never serious, but I'm always serious. That's what the problem is.
But I thought people always took you seriously. Like, I thought you were always serious.
My friends who know me,
Oh, okay. All right.
they think I'm always bantering. I'm always trying shit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So if I'm forward and if I'm pressuring him now, he's gonna think I'm just trying to just stir the spoon and stir the pot and just. But I'm being serious. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm calling all of them individually.
Yeah.
So it's so there's cohesion. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm saying we need to come in from all fronts and pressure him to pay for this.
See, I wish my boys saw me like that. They don't. They're calling for money. It's like, yo, we need to pay this. When I was organising Snowdonia last year, that man knew, like, I was like, this is what we're doing. This is the Airbnb. This is the cost. This is what we're doing. I was like super extra. Like, we need an spare tire because we're driving there. Things get fucked up. Like, you know, like, I'm on it. But yeah, I wish I was more like you. I'm probably too serious when it comes to that shit.
I think they're gonna fuck around. They're gonna fuck around and find out. But we're going on this trip anyway, so that's all that's all I do.
It'll end well, man. For real.
All's well that ends well, man.
Trust me.
All right, are we playing? Oh, go on. You got one more.
And Ramsey today said he now understands why Emmanuel is hated. Yes. So I told him that I don't hate Emmanuel, by the way, but he decided he understands.
I
said I hate Emmanuel?
Everything, the vim that you discussed Emmanuel with,
Yeah.
outside of this,
Yeah.
was with hatred, with vitriol, with utter disdain.
It's disappointment. I used the word disappointment.
Okay.
You understand?
Alright.
And then you said, I know why you hate him.
Right.
Yeah. So just so y'all know, another person, and he's lighter skinned than me. He doesn't really know Emmanuel that tough, right? But he's known him enough now to say, yeah, I'm gonna hate this nigga. You say it? I'm gonna hate this nigga. Go on.
Okay. I run the headlines.
All right, there's a clip to play that Emmanuel's put in the doc. Let's see. I saw Braverman.
Are these people fucking idiots?
Why did Emmanuel put it on? Did he put all the other independent candidates and everyone else on the left?
We saw Dawn Butler's.
So he put that on there, yeah?
Maybe.
Did he play Liam Mohammed? Did he play Jeremy Corbyn, or is he just banging out Swallow?
I announced Jeremy Corbyn. I think I put up his tweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Liam Mohammed?
I think he missed that out.
Of course he did. Okay. All right,
And you would have thought he would have put it in based on his last name, innit?
He should do.
He should have.
Yeah. Nation of Islam are disappointed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I might be joining you soon, bro.
What, in Christianity?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Astaghfirullah. No, I'm talking about in cussing out Emmanuel.
No, we've ascertained that this is where you already are. You're not going to join me. You're going to continue doing it. Anyway, headlines.
All right, let's get some.
Are you going to read?
I think I can read. Shut up.
I had to ask. I whispered that. Nobody heard.
So today's headlines. First one, Labour rules out changes to council tax bands. Labour has ruled out changing council tax bands after continuing scrutiny about the party's tax plans. Over the weekend, Conservatives seized on Shadow Health Secretary Wes Streeting's refusal to deny Labour government would copy council tax changes instituted by the Labour-run Welsh Government. But pushed for clarification on Times Radio, Labour's Jonathan Ashworth said, "We are not changing the council tax banding." As we head into the second half of the election campaign, Conservatives' tactics are becoming clear. A blizzard of policy announcements has not shifted the polls, so now the Conservatives are relentlessly attacking Labour's economic policy, trying to force them to rule out one tax rise after another. Sir Keir reiterated Labour's pledge that one of his plans required tax rises beyond those already announced, that the manifesto was fully costed. Second headline is Labour accuses Tories of planning unfunded tax cuts. Labour has accused the Conservatives of proposing unfunded tax cuts after Jeremy Hunt suggested key manifesto promises on welfare cuts had already been announced. The Conservative manifesto is funded in large part by proposed cuts to spending on benefits, which the party says are not currently government policy. But the Chancellor wrote in a newsletter to constituents last week that the tax cuts in the Conservative manifesto would be funded by savings from an enormous back to work programme, which Emmanuel announced in the autumn statement last year. Labour seized on his comments as evidence that the welfare cut are not new and the money has been spent. However, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said it was not true, that the projected savings on welfare were already factored into economic forecast. Keir Starmer and Mr. Hunt's comments were truly extraordinary and amounted to an admission that the Conservatives' flagship welfare cuts involve money that isn't already accounted for. Last headline is Farage pledges border control and tax cuts. British Brexit campaigner Nigel Farage has pledged to get migration under control and tax cuts for smaller businesses, using the unveiling of his Reform UK's policy plans to try to poach support from Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Conservatives. Mr. Farage, whose entry into the campaign before the 4th of July election dealt a further blow to the Conservatives, who are badly trailing the Labour Party in the polls, said only his right-wing party could offer the kind of robust opposition to a government likely to be led by Labour's Keir Starmer. While he knew his young party could not win the election time this round, he said the unveiling of his policies was the first step in winning over traditionally conservative voters to finally overtake the governing party and bring about its demise.
Yeah. All right, then let's get into what you're saying. Topic of the day. So today's topic of the day is your partner really a reflection of you? And if yes, how much so? Let's see this.
Of a man. So if she earns more, the woman's a reflection of a man. So if she earns more than him, or if she is smarter than him, she reflects him being secure. If she's drop dead gorgeous, but she off to see the wizard saying, if I only had a brain, she reflects his necessities at that moment. And if she's walking around and she's not presentable, then she reflects him. She reflects him not caring enough about himself in perception to change. So she thinks I'm buying shoes for her, but I'm buying shoes for me. I think a woman's a reflection of a man. So if she earns more than him, or if she is smarter than him, she reflects him being secure. If she's drop dead gorgeous, but she off to see the wizard saying, if I only had a brain, she reflects his necessities at that moment. And if she's walking around and she's not presentable, then she reflects him. She reflects him not caring enough about himself in perception to change. So she thinks I'm buying shoes for her, but I'm buying shoes for me. I think a woman's a
How do we feel about 50 Cent's video, guys?
I agree. I think your partner is definitely a reflection of you. I think the way your partner carries themselves on the outside world by themselves definitely shows the other side, if that makes sense. I feel like they're definitely another side to you, like another extension of you. So if they're not taken care of, then it shows maybe something's not right, if that makes sense. I agree with what 50 Cent's saying. There wasn't a direct opposite, I don't think, because the last one kind of threw me off. What did he say? He said if the woman's walking around and she ain't taking care of herself, then it shows that. What was the other thing again, Brent?
The last thing he said was about, he said, well, about the buying her shoes. He said he's not buying shoes for her, he's buying shoes for him.
Yes, right. So we're saying that his priorities are more set for himself and more selfish than it would be for his partner. Why would you think?
You mean to run the clip back again?
No, I think...
Do you want to run it back one more time?
Yeah, let's do it one more time, just to hear the last bit.
I think a woman's a reflection of a man. So if she earns more than him, or if she is smarter than him, she reflects him being secure.
So if she earns more than him and smarter than him, then
he's more secure.
He's more secure. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
If she's drop dead gorgeous, but she off to see the wizard saying, if I only had a brain, she reflects his necessities at that moment.
So she's pretty, but she's ditzy. Reflects his necessities at the moment. Yeah.
And if she's walking around and she's not presentable, then she reflects him. She reflects him not caring enough about himself in perception to change. So she thinks I'm buying shoes for her, but I'm buying shoes for me.
It's that last bit, it's that middle bit, he said, that throws me off.
So if she's walking around
unpresentable,
homeless, then he don't really care about himself. Too tough.
Oh, okay.
So he should really be making sure she's pampered and looking good.
Okay. All right, cool.
And that's what he's saying.
I think what you might have been speaking to is, I feel what most people feel like you're saying, like your partner is representation of you. Like the way they carry themselves, whatnot. They're an extension of you. So how they're seen kind of reflects how you're seen, and they're supposed to carry themselves in a good light and carry themselves proper, kind of what you're saying. And I think his thing's a bit more deeper, where he's saying like, depending on what personality traits and stuff that your partner has, he can tell who you are. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Do you believe that?
To be honest, I don't think I could do it the same way he can. I can't look at someone and be like, oh, that would then mean if I carry the 2 and times this. I feel like he's reading deeper into it. I don't think I could do it. I agree with it. I guess it could be somewhat of a hint or a foreshadow, but I won't be able to read it the same way he is. Like, could you look at someone and be like, because she's not dressed well, it means he doesn't take care of himself, he doesn't care about himself?
Well, Daniel's saying, he's saying that it reflects poorly on him if she's not representing him correctly, thus he buys shoes for her, but actually it's for him. So, like, I couldn't date a girl that had bad dress sense. Just walking around looking like a nut all the time. That's not going to make sense. And if I liked her enough like that and I wanted to keep her around, then I'm going to have to try and style her. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And so, if you could have a girl that wasn't walking around presentable and all these kind of things, that kind of would speak to you not having them standards for yourself, if that makes sense.
Or would you consider dating as being your partner? If you're dating a girl and you don't like the way she dresses initially, that she's not really necessarily an extension of you yet. It's when you guys are pursuing a serious relationship, probably being long term or even starting to get, you're engaged and blah, blah, blah. I think in the beginning stages, she can't be a reflection of you because you two are still getting to know each other.
I get what you're saying, but you'll be looking for the traits that you like, innit, for you to go further. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so them things that are going to essentially be a reflection of you in the end, that's going to be what you're looking for when you're going through your dating period and you're talking things. You're going to see that you are aligned and she does the things that you like and carries herself the way that you like. So you're still in that vein. What's this say? I will not let my man dress like a bum. I'll be buying him clothes till he represents my standards.
But she said, Danielle said, my man. No one considers anyone my man or my girl when you're initially starting to date.
Okay, so
when is that?
Let's go from a relationship standpoint.
All right, yeah.
That wasn't to your point. That was her carry on from
what she said before.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Do you feel like your partner? Because obviously, do you get what I'm trying to say? When obviously people say that their partner represents them, but I feel like his statements are on a deeper level when he's saying that I can tell who you are from who your partner is.
It gets a bit. I think in principle I agree, right? Why I was hesitating is because different people have different styles, right? And they present themselves differently. And one could look homeless, because I've seen a lot of homeless-looking type of people in Shoreditch, right? And the partner could be suited and booted and whatnot, and they look odd together. But that isn't necessarily representative of what's in her or his head. It's just their fashion style.
Okay.
What they feel comfortable wearing.
But that's not what he meant, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. But it's a certain principle. I think I agree with what he's saying. But sometimes it's difficult to discern.
It's definitely a right message, wrong messenger. I'm not getting dated by some 50 Cent. It's not happening. It's not happening because his first baby mom's crazy. his son, he has a poor relationship with his son because of the way he was raised. But I'm digressing. I agree with the message.
But it's just aesthetic he's talking about, right? Aesthetics is nothing else, right?
No, because he was talking about he's the man secure and and if you go for a guy that goes with a girl that's ditzy but she's beautiful. Then,
Well, men don't like women that out earn them and stuff like that.
All right, you want to take it one by one. The first thing he said was if she out earns him
And
and she has a better job,
and it speaks to his securities.
do you think it speaks to his security?
yes.
Yes.
Really? Y'all did that very quickly.
Because I
Is
told
it
you,
because
men's
not supposed to be... This is
obviously
cool.
all humans are insecure, but with the whole earning thing and all that, like it takes a special type of man that's happy, like being kept and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Kept.
Yeah, like a kept man. You get me? Like it's like someone that's proud that their woman out earns them and is the breadwinner and rich as tear. This is a special dude.
But that being kept is different.
You're making it sound like it's rare.
It's rare.
You think it's rare?
Most men want to earn. Most men want to be the breadwinner in their families. From you talk to traditional gender roles and stuff like that.
Ambition, full stop.
Most
I
men
think
want to be the breadwinners in their family. Most men want to be the one that's bringing home the bacon.
I think that's safe to say. I don't know. Just make it sound like it's a super rare breed. I don't know. It's a rare breed Pokemon.
It's not a man's trait to sit down and do this and say, "Hey, gimme, gimme, gimme." So just being looked after.
It's not necessarily gimme.
No, but you know what I mean, though. Like I'm just saying, like that's not a male trait. So I would feel like most men wouldn't do that. I always joke and say I want to see how the other side live. Like I want to
There's a distinction here.
be that. I want to. You know what I'm trying to say?
You're talking about being looked after. Not necessarily she out earns you as her role is a lawyer and your role is a train driver.
Nah, but with to add on to Margs's point.
The way he's laughing.
No, but he's talking. I think he's talking from 2 points. Yeah.
I know. I want to address them one by one.
Oh, okay, got him.
So, from the first point, Margs, have you got a problem with a woman who you have a particular passion, you're a rapper, but you're a deadbeat rapper, right? You're not making money for rapping anymore. You're just living off the dregs of your notoriety, right? Getting jobs here and there as a, self-employed entrepreneur, social commentator and that, right?
Yeah.
And she has a steady job, but it is, a C-suite position, executive of NatWest Bank, right? CEO. Would you feel uncomfortable dating her?
Maybe a little.
In what settings would you feel uncomfortable? Is it in mixed company or like in isolation, just you and her?
I'm a deadbeat rapper,
100%. You got no money from rapping at all,
and I ain't got nothing going on for myself.
but you're trying to be a social commentator.
Am I good at what I do?
Some people think you're very good. And
So
some
I've
people-
got potential.
Yes, you have potential at 40. You have potential.
Probably most scenarios. Probably most scenarios, yeah.
And after a while, would that bear out in frustration with her?
It might. I don't know if frustration's in her, but it's going to grain on the relationship. There's going to be points when it's going to put a strain on our relationship.
In what? How is it going to put a strain on it?
Because you
If she
don't.
keeps on paying for dinners?
But you don't. I'm trying to say it depends on what your mindset. There's some men who love all that and that's what they want to do. You get what I'm trying to say? But if that's
I know, I'm not talking about look after.
no, but I'm just saying if that's not your story, that's not what you want for yourself. All that stuff's going to create issues and problems.
No,
They're
but
just-
how does it manifest in your relationship? How? I need to know how.
Because you're just not the best version of yourself that you can be. So you're not gonna like the relationship. You're not gonna be the best person of it. You're the best version of yourself in a relationship. So it's not gonna flourish like that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're not gonna want to do things like because
Why
you
is it the
can't.
man making the best? Why is it? I mean, if the woman's killing it and she's making more, then what's the real issue?
Yeah, but like you can't take the lead. You can't be like, oh, come on, baby, let's go and do this. yeah, I
No, you
lined up
could. If
this.
you make money, you can still take her out. You can still pay for shit.
Yeah, but Brent's saying I'm a deadbeat. Brent's saying I'm finished. You
I
get
missed
me?
his question.
I've got potential, but right now I'm down bad. You know what I'm trying to say? So I can't be like, come babe, let's go and do this. Okay, yeah. I lined up this, but I need your card.
Nah, that's wild. No. You can still be a deadbeat and make money on the side, kind of not illegally, but you can still do something. I think it's the intention that matters, right? Do you know what I'm saying?
So like, so you're saying you don't need money to think, so make her a card with pasta shapes.
And macaroni, no.
Do you get what I mean? This
No,
is what I'm
that's
trying to
what
say. Man's supposed to be a
No, it's
man,
not,
brother.
it's not. I'm
You want me to
saying-
make pasta shaped cards on Valentine's Day?
There's loads of shit you can
This
do
is
to
what-
make money.
See where he's gone.
No, do you see though? Man want me to do paper mache.
So are you saying you're not secure enough to be with a woman that makes more than you?
I am.
Like, everything you said doesn't.
Yeah, but I'm not down on my face like that.
Oh right, okay.
So
alright, there's
I'm
two-
all right. If someone does more than me, that's good. That's great for them, and we can come together because I'm
Cool.
still doing my thing in it. If I'm down bad, me personally, the way I am, it kind of would be an issue for me. I'd rather sort myself out before I go into the dating pool and go and think. I'd rather bring my value up before I go and get
But you're
involved.
working on your value. If you two were together and both of you were up, and then you just happen to hit rock bottom, then you're gonna work your way up again.
That's different. Falling on hard times in a relationship is
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
I think that don't want to stand by a man when they fall on
Ridiculous.
hard times is ridiculous. Especially if you've been there when the sun was shining.
waste.
You know what I'm trying to say? That's bullshit to me. I think like you're a piece of shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Because we're all gonna fall on hard times. Man can lose their job. Man can lose. Like anything can happen, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Like you know me. You know my character. You've been there with
100%.
me. You've seen how. You know who I am, innit? If you can't support me now, fuck yourself.
Yeah,
So that's
100%.
different. I ain't gonna feel insecure about falling on hard times. Everybody falls on hard times sometimes. You know what I'm trying to say? It's about how you bounce back.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, word. 100%.
But then it's about trying to be caught in and doing all this stuff and you're not in a position to. Like, and that's some men don't care about all that. You know what I'm trying to say? That. But I feel like you're worried about all the wrong things. If your money ain't right and rest of the day, why are you dating for? Why are you doing this for? And obviously it's because man need pump, man want pump pump. And that's what they're on like. But in my mind, it's like I feel like you gotta just shut all that down and go and work on yourself and go and be better. So yeah, if I had it and I was in a solid relationship with someone, that's different. And I don't mind growing. And like I said, I'm not insecure to that it bothers me if a woman earns more than me. I like it. But I think it's case by case scenario. If I'm on my face and I'm down bad, I'm not. And if you think ideally that would be great if you was down bad and you had a gal that had money that wants to take care of you. You're cracked and you're laughing. But I'm saying just for the way I carry myself, I don't think I wouldn't feel that great about it.
So to digress a little bit, yeah, and to change the question, do you think a man is a reflection? So you obviously think the man is a reflection of the woman, right? Of their partner. So it's vice versa.
Again, see, this is what I'm trying to say.
I wanna
I'll
throw
get
some
to Vaughn's
examples
point
at
in a minute, kid out there, Brent. But I think like again, this is what I was trying to say. I don't. It's a reflection in what way? In a reflection of how 50 was talking, because I do believe that your partner is like an extension of you and it represents you. You're trying to say that. If you walk into a room, even if they're not there and they know that you're tired, the way you look, the way you present, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, everything, all your interactions, you do represent me. You're trying to say that. 'Cause that's why I need to walk in the right light when you're not there too. You're trying to say that. You don't be embarrassing your partner and all these kind of things. They are a representation of you.
So the man, so both.
Both ways.
Right.
But the kind of the way the 50 was talking, I don't know if I met your partner and she's had certain things going on about her, that then I can turn around and say, that means Ramsey's like this.
Because I've got some male examples I want to throw at you, and I want to see what you think that means for the other side.
Come on, let's try.
So there's a man that carries himself, he's well kept, but he's a dog. Like he's flirting with everyone, he's hollering at every girl. How does that reflect on the woman's side? Using 50's analogy, you know.
It is about, if he's openly doing that and that's his behaviour, it is a bad reflection of her. It makes her probably think she was a bit of an idiot.
Okay, cool. Other side.
Because he's not respecting her, innit? And it's not even down to do with the... It's because of the fact that he's hollering and galling, cheating and thing, because I told you, cheating is a social construct, whatever. But it's the way he's it's the way he's going about it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and that's you're in a relationship, but that's your reputation.
Yeah.
You don't care about your partner.
Okay.
About the way things are, about perceptions and these kind of things.
So other side, same man keep their aesthetics, but doesn't holler girls, doesn't entertain nothing, doesn't do none of that. Would you say that he's what would be the woman's reflection in that?
See, and this is what I mean. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what that woman's like. That's how you're supposed to be in a relationship. I'll just say like he's a good representation of her. He's a good partner. He's put together. He's got himself going on. He carries himself well. He's respectable in public. So to tell someone that's your man, you could be proud of that. You know what I'm trying to say? So he represents you well. It's a good representation. But I don't know if I could then form an opinion on the gal. I know I did the opposite way, but I think that's because if it's extremes, like I'm saying, if you're running around doing that and that's what you're doing, I think, and you're putting up with it, then I think I can make a judgment on that. But the other way around, he's just a normal guy doing the bare minimum of what you're supposed to do in a relationship.
I think some guys will say that he's whipped, he's locked down, he's on the chain, you know what I mean, like those kind of examples.
Do you think?
Yeah.
What, just because he's being a good man and doing what he's supposed to do in a relationship?
Don't remember what man was saying to me? That's what man was saying to me. Remember? That man was saying all that shit. That man was moving mad. Do you remember? You remember that shit? That's what I'm saying. So it's interesting that because I think there will always be a negative. So I'm saying that's why I brought up both of those examples. That's thinking, it's interesting to see what other men think of the man that, because the other guy cheating in social construct. It's
extreme. Is if you can't. So there's certain men who move like they can't tie their shoelaces without their gal, who can't think straight, who can't make no decision without their gal, and
docile.
I think and docile, and them kind of man will throw them type of people you'll throw on it. But yeah, he's whipped. He ain't got no backbone. He's this, he's that, whatever it may be. Because that's how he's carrying himself, you know what I'm trying to say? And some people probably just feel like they're just caring and inclusive and it's my partner and it matters. I don't know. But if I see a man that moving like he can't even think straight about his gal, yeah, don't know how he got his shoes on in the morning, then yeah, I would think you're under the thumb.
Something's wrong.
Something troubling in there, somewhere, shape or form. Von wants to know if we can expand it to date locations. So does where your date take you a reflection of how she or he values you?
I'll probably have to abstain from that question because I ain't dated. So
How do you keep your love alive? Don't you go on dates with your missus?
no, he meant initially when you're initially courting someone.
Not necessarily, because you can still take wherever you take your wife on a date now, it could still be a reflection of how you see her.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant initially when you're getting to know someone.
No, because you could be in a date now and you only take her Morley's.
Yeah, if you eat chicken, yeah, maybe. But
No, but you see what I'm saying.
I'd see
If you don't, because if you could still. Is date locations a reflection of how you see your partner, Brent?
I think it's too broad because you might want to try something different.
I think it's a reflection of like your intent,
Okay.
the care and concern, the care, full stop, that you put into actually looking to organize something. I think that relays a message. I think, anyway. I don't know about anybody outside of the relationship looking in, but to her, I think so.
If you only take your gal Nando's, does that speak to how you see her?
If I know that she doesn't want to continue to go to Nando's and she wants a little variety, then yes. It sounds like I don't care about what she wants or what she might want. If I keep on taking the same place and she doesn't want to go there.
Is going to an expensive restaurant and a romantic gesture?
That's if she prioritizes money. But I think it's more so what Brent's talking about. Well, in regards to my wife, it's more the thought, the planning. If it's something different, yeah, I don't know. If a girl's too concerned with how much it costs, then she's probably not the one for me. I'm not. That's not my thing. I don't know. What about you? When you date someone, what are you saying? Actually, here's a question. When you're dating someone, you're taking someone out that you just want to smash, yeah, versus someone you want to see seriously. What would you do? Like, what's your intent? Like, what are you planning? Is it Nando's for the girl you want to smash, and then a proper restaurant for the girl you're looking to court? Like, what? What are you saying?
Dating wise, I think my intention is to speak to, like, in the initial getting to know each other and the conversations that we're having. It's not necessarily dating. They could all go to the same place.
Okay, it's good. I like that.
They could all go to the
Can't
same
let these
place.
girls know.
They can all go to the same place. It doesn't matter. My intentions are the thing. Like, I think it just speaks to like when I'm talking to them, when I'm getting to know them, how much time and effort I'm actually putting in, how much information I'm actually retaining, and how much time I'm actually giving, where I'm actually trying to get to know you, or if I'm just trying to just line you up to get some of your time to go on a date so I can chop.
That's a safe answer. I like that.
No, it's
Because
facts
now
though.
none of these girls now watching this will know what he's doing.
But I
when
date
he's
and I
already-
like to eat. I like to go restaurants. I like to do it. It's not just I go with my friends. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like it's not just a dating experience. So me taking a girl out for food is not necessarily it's not nothing crazy. Like we can go eat. Maybe it might be a bit of a gesture if I'm going to spend a lot of money, like going somewhere high end and doing a lot of money. If I thought about it, that would probably mean that I'm a bit more serious. Because if I just want to get in fast and just chop, I don't need to do that. I don't want to do bed. Well, then again, what's a lot of money on a date? If I spent £250, £300 on a night dinner, is that a lot?
One dinner by itself.
Yeah, just dinner, drinks and dinner. I spent £250, £300.
I don't know. I think.
Sorry, that's how much you spend on a.
I think that'll be a lot.
So,
I think that'll be a lot.
What, on a date?
sorry, is that
Is
your
it just for the
average-
dinner? 250, 300 just for the dinner.
What is alcohol
Not for the
involved
Uber,
as well?
not for the. I mean,
No,
not
just say just the bill
just the bill for the food.
for the food and the liquor. Yeah,
You
250.
definitely tipped. You definitely tipped with that.
Right. So this is your normal day, right?
Nah, I'm just giving you things. I can go on cheaper days than that, but I could go on a date and spend £200, £250.
Right. For me, all I
But
hear
more-
in that is when you were talking about putting an extra £200.
Yeah.
That's nothing. If you want your friend to be there for the entire 5-10 days.
No, it's different. It was all transactional. I'd spend £200 on pom pom. I think if it was good pom pom,
Would
Yeah,
you
but then again, he has OnlyFans, right? So that makes sense.
I'd spend £200 on
stop
good pom pom.
giving
I know, but someone who
those
has the
people
mindset
money
to go
when
for that
his
is.
friend Image God started piping up.
No, I never. Image gonna come and make me change nothing. I just ain't got no. I'm just not a patron right now because I ain't got. I don't give strangers my money. It's always friends, so I ain't got no one.
Your
Who,
friends have stopped.
nah, they're still doing it, but I don't need to support them anymore. I supported them long enough.
Yeah.
At least if I can find some new friends to
Yeah,
support, then I'll support them. But
Fair.
I'm just saying, I'll spend £2 on a date, especially if I'm gonna chop. But new pom pom as well. That's good going. That's good rates.
I wouldn't.
That's good rates. Brand new pom pom, leng. Never had it before. Never touched. Never
But you
seen.
don't know slang because you ain't smashed it yet.
Yeah, no, she
Just 'cause
looks
she
leng.
looks
I don't know
good
if the pom pom's
doesn't
good. I
mean-
don't know
Yeah,
if the pom pom's
that's what I'm
good, but
saying.
she
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
leng. I'm saying she's leng. Yeah, it's brand new, first time. So one of one. Yeah,
It sounds like it's speaking about a car. Yeah,
yeah, one of one, brand new, first time. I'll do £2 at dinner if I'm gonna take it home and slam it. That is a good evening. That was a fair transaction to me.
Even if it is that you don't get any action at the end of the night.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna
That was
say.
tough. That's tough. Doing £2 and not chop. You
So
know
you
what?
really go
Shoot-
out with the intent to smash at the end of the night?
Anytime I leave my yard, I don't even enjoy my night if I don't chop. I don't even enjoy myself
Wow.
if I don't chop something. I can't even tell you how good the night was, man. I was last night good. If I went home alone, it's alright. It's alright.
That doesn't leave you. Never mind.
I'm just saying, a good night out or a great date, definitely ended with me getting pom pom. Definitely.
So how do you show your frustration if it doesn't like finish the way you want it to finish?
No, I don't. It's not like I'm frustrated. I can tell there's certain guys
It's
that
a long
don't-
investment.
No, there's certain guys that
Not for him.
No, there's certain guys that don't run it, yeah. But you have so much fun. You have so much fun and you enjoyed yourself so much, and you can just see, because obviously remember I'm a visionary. There's potential there. So it's like I say, long-term investment. It's like, you know what? Say nothing. We'll go again. You get me? Because I say that
Same money?
who knows? But I'm just saying, we can go again. I like you. You got good stuff. Some things, it's like, you lost your mind. You ain't never see me again. Like, never again.
Does your visionary skill set have a limit?
In what sense?
As I'm done looking to long-term investment in this one, I've reached my ceiling.
Yeah.
How long is that?
2 dates or something.
So he's a long-term investment.
It's 2 dates. Because one thing you got to remember as well, I'm a killer. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm a killer. Like, I'm a top marksman. And I got like a high success rate. You know, like, have you seen American Sniper? Once you're in my crosshairs,
Oh my fucking
it's usually
days.
one shot, one kill. Usually. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't need to, like, even like my long-term investments, I don't need to flap around and do all this stupidness, like, because I'm very clear and concise. And you know what I'm trying to say?
Bob Lee. Is that his name? Bob Lee.
Is it Bob Lee? I can't remember. I know you're talking
Fair.
about though.
Question. I hear certain people saying that. I hear killers saying that because they're a killer, they can get nans whenever they want, right? But it's not every day you can meet that particular pill. So you can afford to run this for months because you enjoy their time, enjoy their company, and you know will take a while to basically get in their nuts.
Yeah.
So I will do this whilst I'm still killing.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I love.
not you?
Nah.
Why is it not you?
I like the feeling to be mutual. I'm not like, you see some man, they're starving in the sense of they love the chase and they get a buzz out of the chase and all that kind of stuff in it, so they can do that kind of stuff. I don't really buzz off that. I like it when the feeling is mutual. I would like Hollywood, Disney romance. I like when you meet, sparks are flying, love at first sight, passion, lust.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
No. He the thing is, you are puzzled as to what he's saying because you've never lived that life, right?
No, he said love, sparks are flying, Disney, but Aladdin isn't trying to smash Jasmine in the first night. Like
That's just because it's PG, but if it was at 18, he would have chopped her on the carpet. If it was a real life adult movie, he would have slammed her on the carpet. She would have lost her mind. She ain't never been on no flying carpet before. She would have been giving him neck on the carpet if it was at 18. Do you get what I mean?
I disagree.
If I'm Aladdin and I take Jasmine on that carpet, oh my God, I'm stretching her
There
out.
you go.
First night.
If Jafar was on the carpet,
First
that's what he said. Not Aladdin. Jafar. 100%.
I'm just saying, if I'm Aladdin and I take her on that first night, every which way, stretch out. A magic carpet. You don't know.
That's a different experience.
That's a different experience what I'm bringing to the table, bro. She's going to lose her mind. She's going to lose her mind. And
let me ask you a question. So the girl, so say you dated a girl, first night you smashed. Is that the same girl you're gonna wife? Does that change your opinion?
I could wife a girl that I chopped on the first night.
Okay.
Different metrics for him.
Oh,
Yeah, I got different metrics. That's not. I'm not saying you're not wife
Alright,
material.
cool,
If
then,
I like you, I like you. I can't be mad at you for giving me what I want and for enjoying the experience of being in the same place that I was at and having the same connection. And then now I'm gonna vilify you for it. No. I don't play those games. I'm not doing that.
Okay. All right, cool. I respect that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
All right, so you're not about the whole long planning type of thing at all.
No, because if you don't want me, I only like people that like me. So if you don't want me, then you get what I'm trying to
She
say.
definitely wants you. She just is principled in a different manner in which you
Yeah, but
want
we
her to
need
be
to
principled.
we need to be equally yoked. You're not like there's not enough lust running through your body. If you can, if
when
you can,
you say equally yoked, you mean
like me.
lower to your standards as opposed to you raised to hers.
Oh no, man! If you can experience this and make it out alive,
Well,
because
you still talking about Aladdin?
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Because I agree with Muggs. She's smashing. That's crazy. Because he took her to fucking Egypt. He took her to fucking. He took her through seven wonders of the world on that
That
carpet.
don't count. That don't count.
High key's a
He didn't take
threesome.
it to
It's a
Europe.
threesome.
It's the same hemisphere.
No, high
It was
key's
around the corner.
High key's
Same weather.
High key's a threesome because the carpet's a person as well.
all I know is this is one of them episodes that I'm gonna get. This is gonna come back to me. This
This is not me. This is not Babiel. This is not me.
this episode. Oh god, this is gonna come back to me. I have to explain. I'm gonna have to
When you
explain.
see
I
it,
have
it's
to
gonna
explain
come
my
back to you.
I'm gonna have to explain my actions.
Is it going to be watched though?
I'm guessing some
Serious?
because there's snitches. There's people there's people that watch it and then send it to people.
I knew. 100%.
So currently, it's going to get sent. Are you saying?
Someone's gonna see this
All right.
and have something to say about it. But then again, by now, what's the point of even
So
saying
I don't
anything?
understand. I thought it is that you lived like in full color.
I do.
So there's no surprise. There should be no surprise.
There shouldn't be. But
Oh,
humans are sick.
It's more so you weren't supposed to hear this yet.
No. It is what it is. I don't care. But I'm just saying, humans are sick. There's people that move like they just don't know who I am. Like I don't tell them every day. I tell you what, when people show you who you are, yeah, you should fucking believe them. You get me? But again, it's easy.
This how you scupper good things, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Like you get in front of the mic and you just say, I don't know, the type to basically cut that one off for content. But I believe I could basically, you know, get her to forgive me because, you know, I'm a wordsmith. That's probably how you're like, all right, I'll fix this later.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be fine.
You're funny.
Huh?
You're funny. You're a hilarious gentleman. Like
I'm a lovely
hilarious.
human being and I'm endearing. So I can
But he is though.
I can get past all this.
Oh, you don't believe him?
I can navigate.
It's weird how each time he comes saying like he doesn't believe what you're saying. You believe him, man.
I didn't say anything.
You're like,
It's the transition from like, I'm chopping on the carpet, I'm stretching her out, and then transitioning 2 seconds later, I'm endearing, I'm wild endearing. Like, it's just funny.
The gift that keeps on giving. All right.
I've lost my way. Where are we?
Yo,
Yeah,
we done amazing on this.
Back in the boat. Back in the boat.
Need to get back in the car. Reflections of your partner. 1 second.
Hold up.
Wait, let me see if there's anything else we can piggyback on here. What might a man or woman search for in a partner that they're lacking or perhaps want to accentuate and show the world? And are these things intentional or more subconscious? Do you feel like your partner has to like pick up the slack on who you are personally, if that makes sense?
What is it like? What my downfalls?
Whatever your downfalls are, that are her. Like
my downfalls. My wife picks up for crazy. Like,
is that a necessity for you?
Now because I'm in it, I would say yeah. Like she's much more patient. She's literally every yin and yang in it. It's crazy. So I feel like it's definitely. We definitely work on like in regards to like sorting out the house like a 50-50 thing. She's not even a 50-50, sorry. If she's lacking, I take up the brunt. If I'm lacking, she takes up the brunt in regards to doing, you know, childcare, cooking. If she's down, she's under the weather, and I do stuff. She has strengths with my son. I have strengths with my son. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's 100% needed. That's probably a sentiment to why we've been together for so long, and we understand each other's downfalls. And she knows that when I'm bugging out, that it's not because I'm crazy. It's just because it's the way I am.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
I like that. Because I suppose you might meet some people that don't like the way you are or see certain things about you. And their initial reaction is like, he ain't got this, or he ain't got that, he's not right, he don't do this, he don't do that, he don't do that. And they scarp everything and go about their business. But then there's some people that are like, okay, well, he don't got this, he don't got this, he don't got this, but I can do this and I do that and if I do this and do that, then the rest is there. And I think ideally that's what collaboration and that's what relationships are about. I mean, I prefer someone that makes me better.
Yeah, 100%.
You get what I mean? The things that I don't, and the things that I can't do or won't do.
You want someone that's better than
do
you.
for me, yeah. And
100%.
and at the same time, because I'd enjoy bringing my expertise to the table when the shoe's on the other foot. You know what I'm trying to say? Like things that I might be able to handle better than you are. All right, cool. Right, I'll take it off, and then we move together. That's teamwork.
100%.
Ideally, that's what I would like.
As you are now, though, could you allow a woman? I've phrased that purposefully. Allow a woman to basically take the lead. Like fully take the lead in your life.
When you say fully take the lead, in what aspects of it? Like
every aspect of it.
Rah.
What do you mean?
Well, even without getting into it, I think the answer would be no, man. It would have to be teamwork. It would have to be a collaboration.
But you can see a world in which is that you can take the entire lead and there's no collaboration. The collaboration is only her basically complying.
Nah, my ideal thing is a partnership, teamwork.
You're trying to walk back.
No, obviously the buck stops with me because obviously I've got the final say. But at the same time,
why is it obvious?
Because it's obvious. It's just gender roles. But I'm just saying, like it is a partnership. Obviously, I've got veto power, but we are a partnership. Does that make sense?
No.
No, it doesn't.
What do you mean? So whatever happens, you got the last say. That's not teamwork.
It's not that way. If I
You
say
said that she can talk, but I got this.
no, it is teamwork, and we make all decisions. All decisions
You
are
can't
equal.
just say it's teamwork
But-
and say what you just said.
No, but if I say we're not doing this, we are not doing it.
Is that the same for her?
What? But I want to do it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, then no. Then you're contradicting yourself.
I told him that.
The only thing I thought you were gonna say, similar to me and my wife, if say we want to do something in the house, if both of us don't agree that we like it, we don't do it.
What?
So in regards to decoration,
Yeah.
so I've got like sharp on the walls, or skateboard, like a vinyl. But if she doesn't fuck with it, then I'm not doing it. Vice versa. If she wants to do something,
You have a skateboard on your wall.
yeah.
You look like you have a skateboard on your wall. I've always thought it's cool to basically walk into somebody's house
And see a
and they have
skateboard.
like a bike.
Oh, just on the
Mounted.
wall. Yeah.
Yeah. So you put in a skateboard, it makes sense. Have you ever skated?
Yeah, as a kid.
But as a hobbyist, or you could actually do some.
Oh no, as a hobbyist, yeah,
Okay,
no.
cool.
I fell off that shit. I hurt. And I was like, fuck this. And then my skateboard broke. But it's an ODB skateboard.
Okay.
So it's got Old Dirty Bastard on it. So it's still within theme of my shit.
Mm.
But if she would want to do something, then, and I didn't like it, then we wouldn't do it. That's kind of the teamwork I thought you were going with, not with you got the fucking veto and you decide everything.
I don't decide everything.
It's a dictatorship.
I don't decide everything. It's not. All my situations are dictatorship. But I'm a good leader. I'm a friendly leader. What I'm trying to say is we're gonna make our decisions together. We are, but there are some hard lines that I'm gonna have to stay on because that's just how I rock. I can't lie. Anybody that's with
So
me
you need
in a
someone
relationship,
really submissive then.
not necessarily no, because I've got your best interests at heart. So if I'm saying it's for a good reason, it's not because I'm not just trying to throw my weight around and whatnot.
It's not that.
What I'm saying is going to be for the best interest of both of us. And even if you can't see it, I can.
Why
That's
can't
what-
she do it for herself?
That's what leadership's about. Remember, I'm a visionary. Some people don't know what's good for them. So I'm telling you, we're gonna do this. It's partnership. It's teamwork. It's collaboration. But I don't know what they might be, but an instance could arise where this dynamic changes, and I'm telling you what we're doing.
I think you're bugging.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think that's bugging. If you're in a relationship with how are you dictating what's good for her? She knows what's good for her.
Some people don't know what's good for them.
Okay.
That's true, and you know that some people don't know what's good for them. Some people are glutton for punishment. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like with
Yeah, but I
anything.
would imagine you wouldn't be with someone like that.
It's like
I'm
having
saying
a-
someone you find your equal, yeah. So you two, you can't be with someone who isn't a visionary. I don't see you going with someone who doesn't have the same foresight as you do.
Yeah, but
so that person knows she's been doing her thing.
it's
since
it's like being in music or being in the entertainment industry and all that, yeah, and having a manager, yeah, and they're your manager and they control everything. But essentially, the manager works for you. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And if you've got a good manager, they're gonna go and they're gonna bring opportunities for you and they're gonna do things and come to you with ideas and whatnot. But they can't make you do nothing. Essentially, you sign off on everything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So and if they come to you with an idea and they think it's great and it's an opportunity, but you turn around and told them you're not doing it, it's not happening. Like it's just because it just can't, because you're the one, because the buck stops with you.
But that's transactional.
Kind of thing. But what I'm trying to say, just it's the same, it's the similar kind of thing. We're gonna work together for our goals, whatnot. But the buck stops with me. I sign off on everything. So if there's something going on that I'm not signing off on, it is not happening.
But that's submissive. What you're saying isn't transaction. Love isn't transactional. As cringy as that sounds. That you're looking for someone that is submissive. I don't see you lasting long with someone that's submissive.
You don't just because I'm the dominant one doesn't necessarily mean you're submissive.
No, again, you're conflating the two, bro. Being dominant in a relationship and then having a veto and everything that happens are two separate things. One could be tyranny.
But with great power comes great responsibility, bro.
I don't know, what the fuck does that mean? That's
I'm not
irrelevant.
going to use my veto.
That's irrelevant.
I'm not going to use my veto all the time or for trivial stuff. It's not like, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm only doing it for serious, like in serious times.
That's fine, but you want a girl that's submissive then. You don't want a teamwork. That's not teamwork.
I think you're missing the point. Even in all my teamworks, when I'm doing teamwork, I'm still the boss. Don't you understand? So it is teamwork. I enjoy teamwork, but I still run shit.
The thing is, there is a world in which everybody who is on his team understands what he's saying. Do you understand? Because he's lived it and they're fine with it.
What are we talking about?
The way I move.
No, but that's fine because
You see me, it is a collaborative effort.
No.
in business.
You can say whatever you
in
want
business,
to say.
that's
He just has a
amazing.
different understanding of what it is that you're saying that you live, and that's fine. I mean, we can have a different perception of the same thing. Collaboration might look one way to you, it might look another way to him.
Okay, that's true. Because we just think different. But I still believe it's a collaboration.
I still see it as a submissive. I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Do you
it's
have
just
a
not.
problem submitting to your wife?
What is that? I don't really know what that means. I feel like it's genuinely teamwork. But what would be an
I have
example
no
of me
problem
being
submitting
submissive?
to anybody that I love.
Yeah, which is true. But I don't see us as a whole as one of us being submissive. I don't see that at all. We're both too hard-headed for that.
So you've never practiced submission with your wife?
I probably submitted into doing something I didn't want to do, but then that's where teamwork comes in. 'Cause I may not enjoy or I may not want to cook that day, or I don't want to cook for a certain time, or I don't want to clean, I don't enjoy hoovering, then I might do it.
Was it your day to allotted day to actually cook?
Tell again.
Was it your allotted day to cook?
We don't really do a lot of days. Whenever I ask her, what do you want? You feel like eating something? She'll go, no, I'm not in the mood for anything. Then I go, cool, I'm in the mood for something, then I'll cook something. Are you down with that? That's, again, teamwork. Submissiveness is slightly different.
The example that you just said just now was, what did you say? I didn't feel like cooking, but I did it. Is it because it was your day to cook? Did she ask you to cook and you're like,
Probably.
I don't want to, but I'll do
Or
it.
she was like, I done this past week, so it's your ass. You need to do
So
that
that's
shit.
how you see submission.
I guess it could be a form, but I feel like the way I see submissiveness, not saying that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying I see them as like fully submitting to whatever the other person wants to do, no matter how they feel. And I feel like that doing that consistently is a form of is, and I just don't see us as that. We're definitely equally yoked. I mean, but if that's it's whatever, innit? However,
What's her
the cookie
version
crumbles.
of a skateboard on the wall?
Oh, what's her version of skateboarding? Pretty much, she's good with colors. I'm shit with colors. So we've got like a theme in our living room, and it kind of bleeds into the kitchen a bit. She's sick of interior design. She's like, she sees the bigger picture. My shit's, yo, that's fucking hard. Yo, I want that J Dilla thing. Yeah, like I don't see the whole piece. She sees everything. So usually I'll be like, yo, I want to get this. What do you think of it? She'll go, yeah, it's cool because it works with this. So for example, the color theme, I've got like Jill Scott vinyl along with a Roy Ayers vinyl. They're both yellow, yeah? And then she would kind of sprinkle other yellow bits within the living room. That's basically her vinyl. But she's got full reign on colors and that. Because I'm not good at that shit.
Sounds like she is better at like holistic stuff than you. Sounds like you're limited.
Okay.
Well, that's good, man. It's good. I'm glad you're submitting this truth. It's cool, man.
I like my bits because they're more, they mean a lot more. She likes more of she likes
but your
aesthetic.
tunnel vision, though, bro.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Probably. I see like a vinyl that means a lot to me. I'm like, I want this somewhere, or
Yeah.
I've got like
you don't care about the rest of the.
Yeah, yeah. I know my shit would fit, but
Just
in
in
a
that spot.
distorted way. Her shit's more cohesive.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
about it.
wonky.
Huh?
You're wonky. But this is good. Your like confession, like you need her in your
Yeah.
to make the home house a home.
But yeah, for most people.
Otherwise,
do.
it would just be madness, chaos. She
Yes.
brings order.
Yes.
Women do put a touch on your yard
100%.
that men ain't really got sometimes.
Oh, okay.
No, they do. They know how to make it, like they soften it up. You know what I'm trying to say? That things that you're not thinking about, that they soften it up. The little decor things and these things that, you know what I'm trying to say? It just looks like someone's living there rather than like a show home.
But
You know what I'm trying to
do
say?
y'all value that as much as we've been discussing? Because it sounds as though this element that she brings into your life, you cannot do. But yet you benefit so much from it. Your well-being is just enriched off the back of it.
Yeah.
That's why when it is one is married and then one divorces, she got to take half.
But let's not say that. Let's not fuck around and say that all women can do that. It's not. It's
He just made a sweeping statement and I
okay,
just ran
okay,
with that.
okay.
So if you were fine with a sweeping statement and I'm now praising women and you have a problem with it, That's
No,
on
I'm just
you,
saying,
bro.
not every woman can do that. There's toxic people on both sides. Toxic men, there's toxic women. I don't think
What's toxicity got to do with making a house a home?
because toxic women can't make a house a home.
You think?
Are you talking about aesthetically? Or you just
In
talking about
every way.
the
So it's
bad
not
vibes
stress.
in there?
Yeah, bad vibes. If they not bringing you good vibes,
I
they probably
think
can't
you,
bring.
you switch the
You
conversation.
could be
now.
toxic and be a homemaker.
I don't know. I
Of
don't see it
course.
happening.
What, you think you can't be toxic and like interior design? Of course you can.
What did you say? What did he say?
Look at this guy.
I'm
The way
saying.
you just form words together, and then you chuckle in between. There's no pause. 100%.
I think you can.
100%.
I like people that look after me. I don't know why I like being babied.
Like submissiveness.
No, that's not being submissive.
Wait, can you hear what he's saying? He likes to be pampered like a king. That's what he said. So you're saying that kings are submissive?
No, he wants other people to be.
Because that's how I
submissive.
took what he said.
Okay.
Right? Do you see how I've taken what he said? Do you see it though? And you
Yeah.
see, I said before, one thing we can perceive it differently.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's weird, but I can't ask for things from people. So if you're if you're not confident enough,
They should know.
You see, he just expects them. Hey,
no. You need to be confident enough to be proactive because I don't like asking things from people. So if you wait for me to ask, I'll never ask. If you're one of the people that's gonna wait for me to ask, I'll never ask. So I'll just be independent and do my thing. You know what I'm trying to say? So I appreciate the people that don't and just take the lead and just and pattern. I like patterners. You get me?
I would love to see in the future how it is you are in a relationship because I just don't see you being with someone that does that. You have the veto power. I feel that's gonna go when you find that right one and she's fucking the same as you. I feel like it's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, she was, but I would. That's what I would want. But I would still hold veto power. I don't think you understand.
She's gonna tell you to shut up, and then
No.
both of you gonna banter.
It's quite tough. It's not something, not something that I'm serious about. And like I'm trying to say, when that veto power, I'm not one of them man that's just gonna say, "Oh yeah, you can't do this, don't do this." That's not. I don't live like
Can
that.
you think of an example in which you would need veto power for? Maybe Brent's right. Maybe I'm fucking up. Maybe I'm not fully understanding what you're saying. Like say, I don't know. Think of
someone
something.
said you don't want to be a king, you want to be babied.
No, king status.
Fair.
I did use that term. I said I like being babied, but I didn't mean it like that.
Okay.
Young, the boy king.
Boy king.
I think I understand what Margs is saying. I've dated guys where the buck stopped with me and I lost respect for them. I thought I wanted my way, but I wanted a stronger partner and I was testing them. You see? This is what the gal want.
I think I understand what Mark is saying. I've dated guys where the buck stopped with me and I lost respect for them. I thought I wanted my way, but I wanted a stronger partner and I was testing them.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think, like, I'm not trying to do the whole crazy dictatorship, reign of terror thing. Like, that's not what I'm on. But I have the power. All the powers of the government have it to press the red button, but they're not pressing it. You know what I'm trying to say? There's different kind of leaderships.
But what is the red button though? What is that? 'Cause I feel
don't
like
know.
it depends. Because if it's something small, then it's not really a red button. It's fucking any button, bro. You're just gonna press it.
And I'm big on compromise on things that can get. Like I'm I'm oxymoron. But I'm saying, but there's still hard line.
Word salad.
No, because there's still hard
So
line
you are
stances.
up for compromise now.
Huh?
You are up for compromise now.
On the things I'm
You
prepared
are
to.
up for doing things that you didn't actually want to do.
No, on the things that I'm prepared to compromise on. There are some things that I'm never going to be prepared to compromise on. I don't know what they are, but I'm just saying, like I need to walk in. The light that I walk in, I will know. Like I'm saying, we're a partnership. We can have these conversations. We can compromise. We can do things. It's not just about bending to my every whim. No, that's not what it's about. But you need to know that at any given time, if we get into loggerheads over a decision, I'm making it.
So it's a holiday. Say you want to go to Maldives and she wants to go, I don't know, whatever country, Barbados. Yeah? Is that when you're going to push the red button?
No, with something like, if I really want to go, I'm going where I want to go.
Okay.
If I don't mind, or if the options ain't that bad and it's not that bad and it's not where I wanted to go, but the options, you know, it's
no,
all
you
right.
really want to go Maldives. You really want to go Maldives.
Then we're going Maldives.
I think stuff like that could harbor resentment.
Oh, man, keep it in your chest, man. Just make sure it don't come out in the yard or in a relationship. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, go vent to your brothers or something. I don't know.
You're smarter than that. You're smarter than that.
If
You're smart.
I don't like doing things I don't want to do. The whole time I'm there, she's gonna know that I don't want to be there.
That's compromise, though.
My face can't hide it.
Oh,
No, because what she's gonna turn around and say is, I should never have done this. This is this. I didn't even get what I wanted because this version of him and this experience is not. It doesn't make sense. We might as well have not have came. So I wouldn't do it. I know what I'm like. I don't do things I don't want to do.
Cool.
Don't say that's compromise.
No. I was gonna say, why don't you meet in the middle? Why don't you go to another country that both of you are kind of interested in? So say Japan was something you don't want to go to. Then boom, you don't go to Japan.
Yeah, but why don't you want to go where I want to go?
What?
I don't know. I need
to know the information. I need to know the reason. I need to know your reasoning behind this.
But I'll be making hypotheticals. I don't know. She doesn't want to go Maldives. It's a longer flight. I don't know. Or she's heard stuff about it. She don't really fuck with. She's just not interested in it. You know, just countries where you're just not interested in going. But she wants to go Barbados. She heard the food there. She wants some. You know what I mean, she likes the culture more. But you want to go Maldives because they've got the houses that float in the fucking water and it looks live.
Then I get to the point where I'm letting you know now, I'm going Maldives. And you're either going to be with me on that plane or you're not.
So you want to go Japan?
Huh?
You want to go Japan?
I want to go Maldives, brother.
No, but you kind of want to go Japan as well.
I do want to go Japan still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's the middle. So you then if you're going to Japan acting like a dickhead, then that's wild.
No, I wouldn't do that. But I'm saying, I'm not, nah. I need a proper reason why you don't want to do this. And if it's a good enough reason for me.
What's your reason? Because I don't want to go. She needs a proper reason, but you don't. You're just going to say you don't want to go.
I don't know. I ain't thought that far ahead yet. But
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, you're right. It's a dictatorship then. But
Yeah, just say it, man.
But I'm a good leader though. I'm a friendly leader. I like to feel like.
And there are plenty of women out there who want to be led.
It's true.
Right?
And Danielle says, do not conflate. I'm not saying I want a man to make my decisions. I want a partnership.
That's what I'm saying. And that's
Push
what I'm
back
saying
a
you
bit.
want.
Then I'm happy to have my way. Buck stops with me. Danielle's a leader. Danielle's an alpha woman, alpha female.
You want a partner, I'm telling you.
I do want a partner, but I'm going to...
Hello? Can you call back, please? I'm now engaged the phone.
No, I do want a partner, but it's like my way or the highway. Christy said it earlier in the chat, and I live by this. Do what I say, not what I do.
You're not going to be happy.
No, it's do what I say, not what you want. That's how you say it.
Huh?
It's do as I say, not what you want. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Jack Robert.
How you doing, Jack Robert?
I'm good. I got a couple of questions for Ramsey. Ramsey, do you believe the male's position is to like protect and provide?
Yeah.
Okay, so as a protector of your wife, do you think that you can protect her if she doesn't listen to you?
Do I believe could I protect her if she wasn't listening to me?
Yeah. So I agree with Marx's idea of the power of veto, but in like it all depends on the situation. So like for example, given that you've got maybe I don't know about you guys, I'm going to use my experience. I've got a bit more of I'm a bit more streetwise, and I've got a bit more of like a spidey senses than my missus does. She just kind of do you know what I mean?
Wait. So, you're saying your missus is ditzy?
No, I'm saying that when it comes to like high risk situations, I'm more prone to identifying them quicker than her. That's what I meant.
So she doesn't have situation awareness.
Why you have to use language like that? Stop that.
Go.
I have better. She has great situations. Mine is better. Let me use that.
Cool. Okay, come.
So in situations where I've seen something that she doesn't, there might there's situations where I don't have time to explain it to you. I can just be like, let's go, or let's blah blah blah. If you're dating someone, if you're with someone that's like, oh, it's like everything's 50-50, she'll be like, why? Explain it to me. Give me the full analysis. I'd be like, I ain't got time for this. Let's go. I'll tell you later. Now, I don't know about your relationship, but given what you've told me, it sounds like you'd have to give her the full breakdown of why your idea is better than hers, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you both get duppied by the time it's over. Or
I said
let me finish.
Oh, God.
But like with Marx, if you're like Marx, like I kind of agree with Marx where I have power of veto, but I'm not a dickhead, so I'm not hardly ever utilize it. Most of the time, it's a collaborative effort. Because if you're talking about holiday or if you're talking about stuff inconsequential stuff, of course I want your opinion because I'm not an idiot. Like we're going to decide on this together. But there's going to be times where you're going to want to go 50-50 on this discussion. I'm like, I haven't got time for this. if you respect me and if you value that I can, if you value my leadership in terms of in certain things, just accept what I'm saying right now, and then maybe I can give explanation later, and then we can discuss it. But it's not me being a dickhead. It's me just trying to think about us in this moment. And there's going to be situations where she probably knows better than me, and I'm just going to accept her decision on it just because I know in this situation I'll be like, bro, I don't really know much about this, but I know that you know a lot about this, so I'm going to accept what you said, and then maybe I'll ask questions later. So it goes both ways, but I still have power veto because there's going to be certain situations where I haven't got time to, and I use an extreme, which is like life or death. Obviously, most times it's not life or death, but there's going to be other situations where you don't either have the time or you don't have the bandwidth, or there's just certain things that need to be made in the moment, and you can't be explaining yourself. And if you don't have power veto, then she'll just be like, no, I need the explanation now. With everything's 50-50, so like, do you know what I mean?
So what was the question?
So I'm just saying that, like, I think that's, well, I don't speak for Marks. I think that's kind of what he was trying to say, but Marks, let me not speak for you. And that's the situation I kind of agree with, where power veto
the power to veto doesn't mean you're just going to be a wild dictator. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
That's basically what he's saying. Isn't it? And he's not a dickhead. Yeah. I'm not a dickhead, so I'm not just going to be telling you do this and you can't do nothing you want to do ever. And we're going to be compromising and working and making decisions together. But I don't know in what field, but there will be times, when my decision is going to be final. I don't know in what circumstances and what it may be, but I know myself. And if I'm telling you this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. It's not up for debate.
All right. So to serve this discussion well, examples are always needed, because what he's suggested to me that he's not up for communication.
No,
he's not up for communicating with his wife.
He said in a life and death situation.
Wait.
He said he's got spider senses, and he's saying if his wife, he might not spot the danger.
If it's a car coming around the corner and he can see it and she can't, this is not what we're discussing.
Okay,
Surely it's not what we're discussing.
No, it's not.
Surely.
It's not.
Yeah, no, I hear
right?
you.
All right, cool. Black Rob. I would love an example, because Mark's gave an example. I want to go to Maldives. She doesn't want to go. And he says, I don't care. I'm going. Right? Is this an example of what it is you're talking about? Can you use that?
No, that's not the hill. I'm not going to die on that hill, because that was not important enough for me to help.
Give me a hill.
I just gave you one. Okay. You see.
Wait. The one you gave me, was it the car?
Okay, I use the car one. Yeah, I just said the life or death. If you use any situation.
It's extreme. Black Rob, you're better than that, man.
You are better than that.
What do you mean? No, I'm just using it. You can make one up. Any scenario where you think you see an impending danger, but that she hasn't seen it.
This is not. You're not serving this conversation well.
Yeah, because if you're going with danger, that kind of thing should go without saying. I don't think that's a conversation that we're having. It's got to be something more. That's serious. It's got to be something more trivial.
But trivial things I won't pull veto on because it's trivial.
So you don't agree with Marx?
No. What you're doing is you're doing semantics now. I've given you a scenario where it works, but you said,
Black Rob, but then you said, not the hill, fam.
It could be like going places, doing things, amount of money you're spending on something.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. The amount of money you're spending on something, that's one I'd die on. Yeah, like let's say she likes something. There's something that she wants to spend money on, and I've got like a long term. Be like, but the thing is, with stuff like that, you'd explain this. I still explain myself. I'd veto it, but I'd explain myself. So she said she wants to spend 10K on this, and I'm like, no, we're saving for another house or something.
Okay, that's wild. Again, that's another extreme, Black Rob.
That's a good example, but it's an example. You just ask for an example. I'll give you one. I'm just giving you an example. You ask for one. Don't chop it down straight away when I'm giving you one.
Fair. Respond to his example, because we did ask for example.
Okay.
Run the example, please.
Go on.
Okay, cool. Let's say you saved up 10K over a certain amount of time, and she says she wants to spend it on something that you consider frivolous, but you're like, oh, we've got this thing that we're saving. We're gonna buy a new house, or we're gonna buy a new house. And we need that money for that, and then it becomes like a debate. But then it becomes a stalemate. She still wants to do it for whatever you consider frivolous. You want to do it for something long term, like the house. What happens then? You're stalemate. She won't move. You won't move.
And this 10K, this is 5K her, 5K you?
Yeah, let's say that for argument's sake, 5K her, 5K you.
What would you do in that scenario, Margs?
I didn't even hear it. I was reading.
All right, so basically, they're married and they've saved up 10K. 5K he put in, 5K she put in.
For a certain amount of time. It took time. That's what Black
It
Rob
took
said.
time to basically build
Yeah,
up
yeah.
this particular capital, right? And she wants to now go and spend it on a bag.
What?
She wants to go and spend it on a bag.
What, the whole 10K?
No. Yeah, well, yes, the 10K, 100%.
Yeah, let's say that.
And he
yeah.
said, no, this is saving up for the house,
Yeah.
right? What would you do in that scenario?
No, she ain't buying no bag. There's not even to speak. There's not even a conversation.
This is a financial equivalent of the car coming. Doesn't make sense. This is like a
Respond.
stupid.
So Ramsey, what would you do?
Respond, because this could be a dilemma.
Okay,
100%.
okay, sorry,
100%. So
sorry.
what would you do in that scenario?
It depends. If it took us time to raise up 10K and we had the objective of buying a house, then obviously not. That's dumb. It means my girl was financially illiterate.
Okay, sorry guys. Rob, you got a
Yeah?
girlfriend. You've been with her for all this time.
You changing the scenario?
Loving, yeah. Because
Why are you changing the scenario? I want Ramsey to answer
Yeah,
first before I move on. I
loving
want Ramsey to
her.
answer.
You want to get
Sorry,
married. You want to get married to her. Yeah. She wants to keep
Why are we
her
moving
name.
on? Well, can we stick to this one first? Because I want Ramsey to answer.
He
No,
answered.
No, it's fair. Marks is fair.
No, he
He's going
didn't.
in,
You
he's
cut
taking
him
time
off.
to
I wanted-
basically
I wanted
join the
to answer.
conversation.
Okay, go on. then,
It's
please,
fair. It's fair.
All right, go on.
Go on.
I answered it.
You
Ramsey,
said
go on.
that
I said it's
dumb.
dumb. It's financially
so
illiterate,
You
so
were
no.
basically going to say no.
No,
She's
it's
not
dumb.
dumb.
But how could you say that though? It's 50-50. You have to like.
No, wait.
So
Rob,
you're vetoing
you
her,
stopped
right?
this 50-50 thing. I said it and then I corrected
But you're
myself
vetoing
and I
her.
said it's a partnership. I said what I lack, she brings, or where she lacks, I bring.
Okay, cool.
So
All right,
you're
cool,
stuck
fair
in the
enough.
50-50
So-
thing. How long you
All
been
right,
with
cool.
your
Let
girl?
me
Rob?
not use that. Huh?
How long you been with
What
your
do you
girl?
mean? What? Stop moving on. I want to know what your answer was. Like, yeah,
I
I'm
just
saying
gave
what
you
you
the
said.
answer
No, he
like
said
3
it's stupid. He said
times.
no.
What's happening?
That's why I changed it. He answered.
Okay, cool. Okay, you said no. Cool. That's fine. Okay, 4 years.
Black Rob, you want to get married to your girl and she don't want to take your name. Are you what? How are you handling that?
We're not getting married.
Are you saying so? That's
Cap. That's cap.
how's it cap?
That's cap. If
No,
you're
it's
with a
not.
girl for
No,
a
it's
long
not.
time and you're gonna get married to her, you're gonna drop it because of that, because she doesn't want to take your name.
See, this is one of his hard lines. What he's talking about. It's dictatorship. This is one of his hard
it
lines
speaks-
that he's not crossing. She has to
It,
take his name.
it speaks to a bigger thing to me personally. I don't know about like
I
as I
promise
said.
to God,
it depends.
if
You know
you're
why
not
it
taking my
depends?
name,
Because
then I guess we're not getting
if my
married.
girl,
What
if my
about
girl was,
double
if my girl was,
I ain't doing no
if my girl
double
was
barrel.
Latin
What I look
American, if my girl was Latin American, I'll be alright because that's part of their culture. Everyone keep both their surnames, so it wouldn't be like a. But if she's from like a culture where you take the person's name and you decide not to, then that I need to understand why. And for the most part, my assumption is the why is feminist propaganda has gone into your brain, and now the one thing I want you don't want to do. If I said okay, I don't want to give you a ring because I just don't want to do it, they wouldn't have it, would they?
So what we can see here is, in that scenario that you've just mentioned,
Yeah.
you're not going to be with that girl, right?
I will be with her. She's gonna take my name.
No, but
Yeah.
yeah. She might have
No,
to
it's
basically
not-
say, "All right, cool, it's done." That's what you're saying.
If
And-
she loves me enough,
Yeah.
because she's prepared to make that
Yeah.
that jump and marry, she's gonna take my name because it's not
100%.
happening
And
neither
there
way.
are women out there who that's not happening. So
Yeah,
you
then
all just won't get married.
Yeah, we just won't get
And
married.
that's
Then.
fine. That's
Yeah.
literally how it's going to happen. With you,
That's fine. Not the one
He's
for
gonna
me.
double barrel.
Yeah.
Weak
that,
man.
it just means that this isn't a hill for him.
You're capping. You're fucking capping. If you find a girl that
Why
you
do you-
love, your ass is gonna bend. You're capping.
Ramsey,
You
why'd
think
you
I'm
do
double
that?
barreling
Why'd
my
you do
name?
that?
Fuck out of here.
I
I'm
swear
black.
on
I'm black.
everything I
as well.
love.
Fuck out of here.
I
Fuck
swear
out
on
of here.
Ramsey,
everything
Ramsey,
I love.
Ramsey.
I'm not double barreling my name.
Fuck out of here.
Ramsey,
I ain't letting man
Ramsey,
do that. You ain't even
Ramsey.
got a girl. I ain't letting the girl. I ain't letting the guy who's been with his girl for 1 month talk shit. Fuck out of here, man. You're
Ramsey.
gonna move him mad.
Ramsey.
Fuck out of here. You're gonna move him mad.
Ramsey, take a breath.
You like capping. You find a girl in your
Ramsey, take a
dreams.
breath.
Find a girl in your dreams, yeah? You've been out here
Ramsey,
whoring.
woosah,
You've seen all these
woosah,
bitches,
take a breath.
and you just want to take your last name. Compromise. She wants to double barrel. You're not going to do it. You're capping. Shut up.
Ramsey.
You're chatting shit.
Ramsey.
Chatting
You
shit.
don't have to
Ramsey.
do all of that
What
to
you
me.
do?
You're just saying shit.
Ramsey, what you
Chatting shit.
Just say you do it. He
Ramsey.
just,
No, I have done it. I've done it.
Ramsey, you
Oh, is
ask
that why
people's
you fight
opinions, and when they
so
tell
much?
you something you,
No,
you
'cause
don't
he
agree
said-
with, you like,
he
no,
said
you're
look
lying.
like a dickhead because you've done
Oh,
it.
are you double
Yeah,
barrel?
I'm not double
But
barrel.
no, we don't
She's
think
double
you're a
barrel.
dickhead, you know.
No one said
I wouldn't be
dickhead.
surprised if it's double
Oh,
barrel.
I didn't know.
No one said
Guy.
dickhead.
One
No
second.
one
So
said dickhead.
surely, if she gets double barrel, you just have to change
I'm
her name and
fighting
get
for
double
my
barrel too.
life.
Wait, what's that one
Look
said?
what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing. I'm
This is the main
confused.
stage.
Rob, what's
The main
happening?
stage in here. You have to compliment us. God.
What's happening?
Ramsey,
Rob,
double
what are you
barreled.
saying?
Ramsey, double barreled.
I'm not double barreled.
His wife is.
Stop lying.
I thought.
Hey, wait, hold on, stop. Black Rob, I'm not scared of you. I'm not lying to no one here. Let's get one thing straight, brother. I'm not scared of
You know
no
he's
one.
small, right?
Yeah, no. I
He ain't got no
don't
neck.
give a shit. I'm
He
not
ain't got
scared
no
of no
neck.
one. I'm not scared of no one. I don't lie to no one.
No, but look, calm
First
down
and
for a
foremost.
second. Let me just ask because I'm being
Family.
genuine, yeah.
Woosa, rub your temples.
I thought you would
Woosa.
both do it if that makes sense. So
No,
if she double barreled, I thought you would have to double barrel too.
She kept her mum's name because she was raised by her mum. So she kept her mum's last name and then double barreled my name.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is I was under the impression that you should have the same name. So I thought if she double barreled, then you double
No,
barrel
I
too.
didn't double barrel mine. No. But anyway, I changed my last name anyway. So maybe because the subject isn't big for me, I changed my last name. So I don't fuck with that side of the family anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So that shit don't really mean much to me. So maybe I'm talking from a place where I don't see it as the same as you two.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, it's the
Yes.
reason behind it more than the actual act itself. It's the reason behind it more than the act itself. I said if my missus was Latin American and their culture is that everyone double barrels and takes both surnames, I'd accept it because it's just part of their culture. So there's not a big thing to it. But if you're doing it out of like if the reason behind it is just based off of like, I don't know, that or this social engineering and feminist propaganda where the one thing that the guy wants to do you decide you don't want to do, but all the things that the girls wants to do you have to do, then it becomes like there's a deeper discussion to be had as to why you don't want to do it, but I have to do all the things that I don't really care for, but you want to do because I want to keep you happy.
As a man, thank you very much, Black Rob. If it is that you want to stay on the call for these questions, you can. Ramsey,
Yes.
in what ways, seeing as you're married, in what ways can a partner act as a mirror, helping you to see and address your own issues or blind spots?
So I would say the question again.
In what ways can a partner act as a mirror, helping you to see and address your own issues or blind spots?
So that would have to come up in a conversation in which you're talking about your weaknesses and being able to be accountable for what you lack and then working on it with your partner, but being secure enough to understand that you do have shit that you lack or stuff that you need to work on, and then having a partner who's patient enough to work at it with you. So that's
Black Rob, how about you and your wife?
Oh, sorry, what's the question again? So is that
All right. So the question is, in what ways can a partner act as a mirror, helping you to see and address your own issues or blind spots?
to address your own issues or blind spots? Well, yeah, because they should be. They say that you should complement each other. So like if you're kind of very emotional and shout when people challenge your opinions, maybe the other person's a bit more level-headed and a bit more level-headed, so that they can counterbalance your passionate personality.
well, you saying you're passionate.
No, I was talking about you, but still.
Oh, okay, I'm cool with that.
How about you, Margs?
So
Are
how
you,
can
are
they
you are you open?
to learning? Yeah, that's what I think it is. I suppose it's just teaching moments, isn't it? You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how or what scenarios you can go, but I think if there's someone that's prepared to show you when you're doing, like when you're taking missteps or when you're getting wrong, or maybe personality traits, I don't know, like anger issues or impulsiveness or just whatever it may be, if they're going to use the time that they got together to have little teaching moments and put a spotlight on things that you do wrong, and you can supposed to take that, learn from that and grow from that, that's all right.
But personal experience though, have you ever had somebody ask you to sit down and basically point out the things that are affecting your relationship? Things about yourself that they feel you can change or address. Have you ever had that?
I feel like I've had like someone tell me that basically I need to and this was a long time ago as well, so this is what I learned for. I need to learn to compromise more.
So you've been getting it as a recurring theme?
Huh?
Is it a recurring theme?
I'm very much like, you know what I'm trying to say? If I say it, I'm on my way or the highway kind of babes. That's just my story. You know what I'm trying to say? And there's been some times when I don't always need to be so rigid in it. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's when obviously you have to learn to pick your battles and learn to compromise more.
Are you peeing? What's going on? What are
What
you
is this man
doing?
doing?
No, sorry, I was pouring some water out in my container. No, carry on. I didn't know you could hear that.
So you are open.
Yeah.
For compromise. You are
I've
open.
said that.
But it sounded before like you were saying my way or the highway. And
there are
if that's the case, nobody can point out my flaws because I have no flaws.
No, I do have flaws. Everybody's flawed, and I know I can always learn. And I'm trying to say, it's like two things can be true at the same time. I'm very much open to compromise, and like I said, I can't. It's shit because I'm not giving examples and scenarios and stuff like that. But I know myself. There are gonna be lines that I draw in the sand that we're not crossing. Like regardless of how much compromise that we can do before.
Great question. I'm about to ask.
I think people just assume that when you say power veto, you mean that you're going to be a kind of like a dictator. But in reality, the best type of relationships a lot of times is where obviously you even if you have power veto, the best leaders never really actually utilize it. You seldom have to utilize it because you want a partnership. You want a relationship where even if you have the power veto, a good leader always seeks counsel from that people around them. So obviously your wife is going to be the person that you seek counsel from the most on most of your decisions. There's no decision I make that I would probably not 90% of the time I ask for the opinion, and so like even defer to my missus. I'll just be like, yo, you know about this better than me. What do you think? I'll probably take that decision more so than my own on this topic. So that's dependent on the person.
Then.
Huh?
That's not a partnership. If you've got the power veto and you're saying you're bringing up examples of leaders and followers, that's not a partnership.
Yeah, but the thing is, your partnership argue kind of had a hole in it because the scenario I gave you actually pulled power veto. So therefore, when push comes to shove, someone's opinion and vote needs to be a little bit more heavily weighted on the situation.
But Black Rob, say that all again because Mark's moving. I couldn't hear you too well.
The scenario I gave you with the 10K, just kind of you kind of I gave you an example, and then you actually ended up pulling veto on that. So therefore, you can call it a partnership, but when push comes to shove, there's a scenario where you're both kind of like at stalemate. Someone's going to have to make a decision.
But that was a dumb example, though. That was just as bad as the.
Right, because it's a dumb example because it showed a plot hole in your ideology. Is that why it's dumb?
No, because it wasn't. Again, it was an extreme example. That's when one person.
So because it's extreme, it's dumb, right?
Huh?
So extreme example is a dumb example, even if.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't really what we were talking about.
But what's extreme about that? That's actually actually not that extreme. People say money, and then someone wants to. That's not a extreme example. That could happen to someone. Not to me,
the
but
same thing as a car could happen to someone, but it still makes an extreme example.
Either way, there's an example, really and then you pulled veto.
It's not an either way, though. The example didn't make sense. The one I gave to Marge was something remedial. It was tiny. Like, they want to go on holiday, but they can't really decide on it. Or even if you bring up to like paint color in a room, all that stuff where you reach a compromise, that's a partnership. If you're saying you hold the power veto, then you're not really ever in a partnership because you're always going to pull out the veto card. So that's what I'm saying. It's slightly
But you just said you'd pull power veto. But you just said you would in the scenario I gave you. You just said you would pull veto.
Yeah, because that's an extreme example in which both of us have decided to buy a house. We've taken up, I don't know, a year to save up 10K and she wants to buy a bag. That's an extreme example. I did not know that the woman I want to spend my life with is financially illiterate. It doesn't make any sense. So it is an extreme example because we've both come to a goal to do something, and now you want to spend it on something dumb on the first 10K. That's extreme. It's stupid.
Okay, so you're buying your first house.
You can call it extreme or not. You pulled veto, so therefore, I've just put a hole in your ideology. So
Rob, if you're buying like your first house, you have saved up, so it's both of you lot's money in this user's decision that you are making. You've got a few options. Your number one option is her third choice option. Her number one option is your third choice. Like you don't want to be there. How do you handle that situation?
So
where are you buying the yard? You've got three choices. Your first yard you're going to buy together. And your number one choice is her third choice. And vice versa. Like her favorite place is your third choice, the place that you know 100% you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Why?
That one's open for discussion.
we can't get into
We
why.
can because
That's too much.
There's too many factors. If we're talking about the school
Yeah,
next
it's
to
too
the
many
You can
house,
ask me why
Yeah,
did you like
exactly
it so
what I'm
much.
saying.
I'm just saying that.
I do
Do you-
exactly
where
what-
do you-
because you're
what
bringing up a
Ramsey said.
gigantic decision again. But
Yeah,
when I
there's a
go
lot
on
of variables.
holiday, it's a small thing. You lot can go on
There's
a
a lot of
holiday,
variables.
spend a certain amount of money. You're buying a house, so kids come into effect. Are we gonna have kids? Is the
Yeah.
school good? Is it safe? Do you know what I mean?
You
There's
think,
other factors.
that's what you think about all your options. You think the schooling,
Yes.
that's what you think.
Yeah.
That's the base
Yeah,
that you're
same.
going on for. She's just gone on aesthetics because she likes the
Okay,
place.
well then what we doing?
Oh, if that's the reason.
No, but it's
Yeah, so
50-50.
you've given-
It's her money
you've
too.
given-
You've been
you've
saving
given-
it. So
you've
when
given
you're
more
making this
context
decision
to
on the
the
yard,
scenario
who's got
now.
final say on where this yard is? Or are you
Who's
compromising
this
again?
That's
question
dumb.
for?
That's dumb.
I'm not. I'm just asking. It's a hypothetical scenario.
No,
I'm
I
just
get it,
asking,
but
I mean,
if you
who's
think
the
about
question
it,
to?
that's wild.
who has final decision on where
Who's the
this
question
yard
to?
is?
The person who's doing it for the family.
Marks, who are you asking this question to?
Both of you.
Oh.
Both. Well, I know what you're gonna say, Black Rob.
Go on, Black Rob.
All right, so I kind of agree with Ramsey. Like, there's so many variables, but with this one, it's like I would be like, yo, let's have a discussion. Why do you? I said it's the why. It's not the like. If the why is something superficial and dumb, then I'll just be like. But if the why is, oh yeah,
Black Rob, you
there's
can't agree with
schools
me. The
here.
world might collapse.
Nah, see, that's the thing though. I'm like,
I'm
I
not
can
emotional.
compartmentalize. Like,
It's a joke.
yeah. All right, chill out, man.
Next question. Can you share a personal story or example where your partner helped you grow or change for the better, Ramsey?
Oh, that's an easy one. Black Rob could probably answer that for me.
He's
So,
I
what?
don't understand.
He always brings up the fact that
Okay.
I get too passionate. So my wife has told me, or we work together on my downfalls in which I can't articulate myself properly. Well, back in the day, I had a hard time when I was like 16. I couldn't articulate myself, and we work together so I can understand how to better articulate myself. So that's one of many examples in which she's helped me.
Max,
I ain't got no okay, so.
but you had in the past, right?
What's this? How they done what? What's the question again? How they benefit? How they made me better?
The only thing you like, you get the first thing right. I ain't had no girl. Can you share a personal story example where your partner helped you grow or change for the better?
You asking me?
No, Max first.
Okay, Marks. Okay.
No.
So all of the relationships that you've been in, right, brief or not, when it is that you were there saying that you are open to compromise and you're open to her pointing out, things about yourself that you can do better, and you said, yes, definitely, I'm up for all of that. That's never happened?
Yeah, I suppose. Because we spoke about the example. But I'm thinking about I'm thinking about things, like poignant things in my life now, and the change occurred because of a partner, someone I was seeing. Like maybe I was doing something detrimental to. You have to come back to me on that. I'm thinking. Go to Black Rob.
Black Rob?
You don't want to believe me, but I used to be way more argumentative, and
Okay, this is
I learned
This is
better.
you. This is you.
this is the tamed down version of me. I used to be, but I learned that it's not every day challenge people, because me, I can have a heated argument with someone, and then even if whether I win, lose, whatever, I can come out this going, all right, that's fun, and then move on. But the other person might come out hating me, because a lot of people don't like being challenged, and they take challenge as an affront on them, so they internalize it and make it a hatred towards the person rather than just battle of ideologies. So I've learned to, like, in my day-to-day life, I don't even engage. This is why I come on this show so much. This is why I get my rocks off, because in my real life I just keep quiet.
Yeah, fair.
Dr. Armani had a really good question.
What is it?
She said,
If anybody wants my attention, please can you at the day after TNB so it pops up as orange for me, and then I can just put it up on the jumbotron.
So she said, genuine question. Black Rob, you're involved in this as well. What's the obsession with having a veto? If both people are reasonable and know each other's strengths and weaknesses, why does having to hold on to your veto so important?
There's no obsession. It's just practical, which you showed, because I gave you a scenario and then you decided to enact a veto because there was a stalemate. Because when there's a situation where a stalemate, someone needs to take the lead, whether you like it or not. So in a situation of stalemate, if you don't enact a veto, then you're just stuck at a stalemate, and then a decision is not made.
You said you were a ghost from
Which is-
power and that you had street sense and that she didn't know that you had to eject from the situation immediately.
So, well, yeah. So, what do you mean? What's that to do with? Yeah, I just gave a response to you, and then you kind of pivoted. So, what do you? How do you want to respond to that?
I don't think that necessarily. It doesn't really answer. I don't think it answers the question.
What you say? What's the necessity?
No, it does answer the question. If there's a stalemate,
why do man want the veto?
if there's a stalemate, how do you make a decision?
Compromise, isn't it?
No, but then that means someone eventually you have to pick A or B. Someone's decision has to trump the other one's.
No, because both of you lose on a compromise. That's what a compromise is.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Oh, wait.
But now he doesn't understand words.
Wait. There are different ways to view the compromise.
Okay, go on.
It could be on one part,
Okay.
or it could be on both parts.
Both parts.
Yeah,
That's what compromise
you're
is.
talking
Yeah.
about. All right, cool. In that scenario, when I'm hearing what Black Rob is saying, it's a stalemate. Who makes that decision, right? And dependent on what the scenario is, there needs to be a decision made. There is no let's go to bet instead.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But this is in front of us right now. If one is saying one thing, one's saying the other thing, then who does it lean to? Because this decision has to be made. Is he now asking, so are you, seen as that she's going against what you're saying, are you going to then say, all right, we'll follow you because I'm going to basically make a compromise? Would you do that in that scenario? Or does it depend on
It
what the
depends.
thing
It
is?
depends. There's loads of nuance when
There
this and
you
out.
go.
It depends.
Yeah,
It
this is the
depends.
conversation.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I think different people will play different parts dependent on the scenario, dependent on who's more experienced in this particular field, right?
That's what I said, though. I
And
said
there's
that before.
some men who like, I don't care if it is that you are experienced in this particular field. I feel that what I'm seeing is the right thing.
No, see, and if my gal is an expert, take the lead.
Talk to me.
Like if
But
my
didn't
girl's
I say
an
that
expert in
earlier?
this
I
field,
said-
take the lead because I don't know what I don't know. Like you, this is what you're here for. This is like you know what I'm trying to say.
Even
Like,
though it goes against what you really want to do.
yeah, but I don't know better. She's an expert in her field. Why can you not listen to her? I'm saying what I want. What I want don't matter. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Talk to me. So in that scenario, if
But that's
you
a-
are stubborn
that's a sign of a good
and you're
leader.
not budging, because as Rob said,
Yeah.
there's sometimes when you like approach people, you're going against me? I'm going to be stubborn and stay right here.
And that's what I thought he
Stay
was
right
moving
here.
like.
And she's an expert. And
No,
like,
see, yeah, but
I'm a
that's
mixed company now, and I'm so upset. you back. Would you be like, hey, babes, this one, whilst people are watching, I beg you, just lean over to me, back home.
After you see right now, I'm gonna do my thing. But don't worry, when we get home, I'm gonna let you. You get me?
But
When we
that's
get
a-
home,
that's
you
a
got this. But right now, I'm turning up.
So she would have to compromise. She would have to basically
That's ego.
act like a mukmuk to basically massage your ego.
No, I was just playing. She don't have to do that to me. But if my gal's got expertise,
It
I'm
says.
following. She's taking the lead. I'm sitting in the back seat here.
Okay.
And you lead us to the promised land. But if you fuck it up, boy,
Bruh.
oh my god, you're gonna hear about it.
Of course.
And I don't you ain't,
I'm gonna roll.
you
Oh,
might
yeah,
never,
I told you so type of fella.
yeah, you might never make another decision again. You better get this right, because I promise you.
So you're not really you're not gonna use your veto like that then.
No, but again, that's what I'm trying to say. You gotta like put nuances. And like,
And bear
if
in
there's a
mind,
situation that she is the expert in the field and she knows what she's talking about and whatnot, and it can even be something trivial, like you were saying with interior design. You might have something that you really, really want to do. And she's serious at interior design. She's got a track record for this. She knows what she's doing. She's telling you, babes, look, this don't work. That's not gonna work. You can't do that. But you really, really wanted to do it, and whatever your hopes and dreams. But like I'm saying, you defer power to her because this is her expertise. She knows what she's doing. It's like, you know what, babe, handle it. When she patterns up the yard, actually, the yard looks cold for real. This is why I should listen to you because this is dope. You know what I'm trying to say?
see that's it. My whole point from the beginning though, Black Rob and to Marks, is that if one person, it doesn't have to be the man, if one person holds the veto to it or veto to a relationship, it's not a partnership. That was my point. And it's interesting to me that you don't see where I'm coming from. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't understand my point.
But I need to be with
No, I
someone that
understand your
understands
point.
what I'm like because I'll be honest with you.
I understand your point.
I'm very. It's two things
I
to me at the
agree.
same time. I told you, I could be oxymoron. Like I'm up for compromising, but there's gonna be times when if I'm saying we're doing what I say, and that's it, because that's just the type of person that I am. Like we're doing what I say. There's no ifs, no buts, no maybes. Like we're doing what I say.
Oh no, I disagree with that, but yeah. All right.
No, I'm just saying there's gonna be certain times when that's That's
Oh
my
yeah,
energy.
like obviously an example like Black Rob was saying, if it's matter of life or death, or if it's something that you've got expertise in, and you know something, you know she's made a mistake, you know there's a genuine mistake with something, then yeah, cool, you can do that because you're doing it for the betterment of your relationship. If you're doing it for the betterment of yourself,
So then you agree with me?
yeah, hey, Black Rob, let's not get this confused. I love debating, innit?
So you agree with
I
me?
fuck
Maybe
with this.
you-
I must agree
You
with you.
agree with me then?
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
said you would veto in certain situations.
Of course, but I said your one was too.
Then
I said
cool.
your one was too
Okay, cool.
extreme
We
though.
agree then. You can call it a partnership because maybe it's better branding. But you just said you veto in certain situations, and that's what I said.
Your
So
one,
call
your
it
one was life
partnership
or
'cause
death.
you don't-
If we were debating about something
You
that in which she
can
made the
call it what
mistake
you
on,
want.
of course
We're saying
I'm
the same
gonna
thing then.
Question. Black Rob, are there any negative changes you've noticed in yourself or your partner since you've been together?
Negative changes. Negative changes. That I'm noticing myself. I'm gonna sound all like airy fairy and washy, but nah. To be honest, I think I've improved because, as I said, I was a bit more raw and a bit more. I think we've made each other better. It's gonna sound all like, but it's true. I think we both made each other better because, not really. I don't think so. Not negative, because we hold each other accountable.
What was the question again? Sorry.
Are there any negative changes you've noticed about yourself since you've been with your partner?
Any negative changes on myself?
Much said negative, you know.
Yeah.
I retweet from Rob. I can't think of anything. Maybe I have less patience with girls trying to holler me, and that's it. And maybe that's it. Maybe I could be a lot more. Maybe I should be more diplomatic when dealing with girls that try to holler
Are
me.
you less alpha?
Do you know what I mean?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Nah, that's not within my bones, isn't it? I know what I am.
You're funny creatures.
I think we'll go wrap this up, man.
Thank you very much, Black Rob, for your contribution.
So I'm going, but one second quickly. There was the episode of the Joe Budden podcast where they actually spoke about the G card and stuff like that. It reminded me of that. Do you know when your G cards, once you get like married and stuff like that, sometimes it diminishes a little bit because but I'm not saying I agree with it. This conversation reminded me of that a little bit.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if you got. Okay, don't worry. But there's an episode recently, but they spoke about that. I'll send it to you in the.
All right.
All right, guys. Anyway,
Thank you very much.
Black Rob, if you give your girl as much attention as you give me, she must be happy, man.
You needed that last jab, innit? It's all right. You can have it.
All right, say.
You can have it.
Compromise.
All right.
Thank you. All right, then.
All right, man. Thanks for everybody that took part in that, man. Let's get into more headlines.
Yes. Shut off.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Yeah, this is James. First time caller.
Amazing.
What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, you know what? I just had I think a less trivial like example for the question you had.
Mm-hmm.
My example was so basically me and my girl planning our wedding right now, and obviously she's saying that she don't want.
Congratulations, man.
No, thank you. And obviously she's planning. Obviously she doesn't want no kids there, innit? And obviously I said cool, but I'm definitely having my godkids and my niece there. So I think that's what I agree with Mark's. Like I'm sticking to that. There's no budging in that. Like so that's a less trivial example to the life and death situation. But even though she doesn't want no kids at all, like she didn't even want the godkids and stuff like that because she's worried about are they well behaved and stuff like that or whatnot. I'm like, you know what, they're well behaved, and no matter what, I'm having these kids there. You know what I'm saying? So that's my example.
I hear that. I respect that.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm talking about. There's stuff there's no budging on it. Like this is what I'm doing. There's certain scenarios when that's going to be the case. He needs his godchildren there and his nephews and thing. So
Shit.
yeah,
That's what I'm talking
that's
about.
a good
That's it,
example,
man.
100%.
So that makes sense.
That's
then.
one, man. Have a good one.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
James.
nice one, man. Thanks for calling, bro.
That makes perfect sense. Is what I'm talking about. Don't have to be anything crazy. There's just going to be certain things that he's saying like, right, you mad? I'm getting married in my day.
Yeah.
I want they're going to be there.
if she doesn't give any pushback, is it really a veto decision?
Well, she didn't want no kids there. Her decision was she didn't want no kids there.
To start off with, at the beginning of the conversation, she's like, yeah, you don't want no kids. And then you say, how about my nephew? And she's like, all right, cool.
I don't think
That's not veto.
It didn't sound like that. It sounded like he vetoed it. She said no kids.
I decided that's how it sounded.
That's family, isn't it? That's his god kids.
Precisely.
They both got reasons. Her disliking of kids mucking about doesn't overweigh his love for his family. So
yeah, I'm not sure if she had a problem with that. Is what I'm saying. So it's not really a veto. Because how you're moving, it's a. And you're like, okay, keep growling, keep the shit. You understand?
It's her wedding day. She didn't want no kids there. She's gonna feel that way.
That's how it starts off. But if it is that she started off that way and you're like, nah, I hear what you're saying. None of them stragglers, right? But we have to have the family. And she's like, fair. That's not a veto thing.
Yeah, I don't know why you've.
I've decided to go that way.
Yeah, why you
Because
massage it like that? Yeah, because I
I
don't.
left it. Fair enough. I'll leave what James said. Leave it.
still a good example though.
Good
Obviously.
example. Great example. Right.
All right. So label rules out changes to. Oh, wait, that's the same one.
She had a problem with it.
She did, innit?
Yeah,
course she
that's a veto. Let's see if the wedding runs.
Is that James or is that just someone else?
That I'm guessing it's James.
I don't think it is.
If he's saying she had a problem with it,
It is what it is, man. I hope your wedding is sick, regardless.
100%.
Yeah,
You deserve everything.
come on. All right, so where we at? All right, trigger warning. Public urged to do the right thing as police hunt man after boy dies on a hit and run. Police hunted a man over a hit and run crash that left a 12-year-old boy dead and urged the public to do the right thing and come forward with information. Alexander's 21 is being sought on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving after Keaton Slater was hit by a black BMW car.
Yeah, just give the context so people know we're not laughing at the headlines.
No, it's not. It's
Oh,
not.
why was that nice? Sorry.
It's really fucked up, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
It's
wasn't
like, it
listening.
actually made me feel like shit when I heard it.
Sorry, I weren't listening.
Sorry.
Lizzie said it does veto apply if she wants a divorce.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yes,
That's pretty
it
funny.
does.
That's
Yes,
pretty
it does.
funny. All right, back to the job. Alexander's 21 is being sought on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving after Keaton Slater was hit by a black BMW car on Radford Road in Coventry shortly after 4:30 p.m. on Friday. The boy was later pronounced dead at the scene. Keaton's family have paid tribute to a fun-loving little comedian who was so beautiful inside and out. An abandoned black BMW, which was seized by officers after it was found in New Orleans on Friday evening, is being forensically examined. Police said one person handed themselves in at the police station on Saturday evening, and they have been released under investigation after being questioned voluntarily. R.I.P. to that young man. Second one. Again, trigger warning. Pub pupils mocked and put in headlocks by school staff.
What?
A senior staff member at an independent school for children with special educational needs has been recorded by BBC Panorama saying how he wanted to drown the pupil in a bath like a kitten. An undercover reporter spent almost 7 weeks at a life Wirral in Wolsey, I think that's how it's pronounced, and witnessed staff using offensive language to mock pupils for their neurodiversity for learning disabilities, as well as manhandling them into dangerous headlocks. Last year, Wirral Metropolitan Borough Council said the school nearly 1 million council paid the school nearly 1 million £1 million to whistleblowers told Panorama abuse was still happening there 12 months after the council warned of the problems. During her time undercover, Panorama reporter Sasha Hind did work experience with sports staff at the school. In the recorded conversation with the head of operations, Paul Hamill, he laughs and tells her the child he had fantasized about killing had overheard his comments. Just thought of squeezing him while he's scratching me arms, trying to wriggle out, he recalled saying. This man has some demons. Third, Israeli PM scraps war cabinet after key departures. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dissolved his 6-member war cabinet, a widely expected decision that follows the departure of centrist opposition leader Benny Gantz and his ally Gadi Eisenkot. A government spokesperson said the pre-existing security cabinet and the larger full cabinet would make decisions about the war with Hamas in Gaza. Since Mr. Gantz quit 8 days ago over what he said was the lack of strategy for the war, there have been calls from far-right ministers to take his place. By dissolving the war cabinet, Mr. Netanyahu avoids a tricky situation with his coalition partners and international allies. A spokesman for the Israeli Defense Force said that as far as it was concerned, it would not affect the chain of command. Free Palestine. It's the end of headlines.
All right, might be time to pay bills.
All right, just a quick email from somebody. Sir, if this sounds weird, but if you can, please pass on to Ramsey that his wife chose very well. And he is a very level-headed man in a world of very scatter-headed men, some of whom seem to dislike and want to remove agency from women.
Thank you.
I do like when he's on as a guest host, and although men usually think he's pandering to women, I personally think none of what he's ever said is wild, except on certain other topics, which is understandable.
Thank you. I wonder what that was. I wonder what the... Oh! All right. Thank you for the email. I appreciate it.
All right.
See, there's a market for what you're working with, man.
You're such a dickhead. You're such a dickhead. In other words, you're saying all Sims unite, dickhead.
ASU!
All right, let's get to asking for a friend.
Yeah, Ed is funny. Can you imagine me reading the headlines and emailing at the same time?
Multitasking, isn't it?
Trust me.
All right, so we've got a dilemma. It says, "Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well, especially Margs. LOL. Well, I'm currently in a relationship I'm currently in a relationship which is still new. It's been a month and a bit. My boyfriend is amazing, such a loving and caring, handsome man. I love him. I really do. But I have history with a guy that I used to date. It was so toxic, but that's what I loved about our relationship. The toxicity literally made the lust and the love so intense. We dated for a while, but we never used to go on dates, etc. And I wasn't happy with that. So eventually we stopped dating because of the treatment I was getting. But he recently got into contact with me after months of no contact. He explained to me that he played games with me before and now he wants me back and he's ready to be serious. Guys, ever since we had that conversation, I can't stop thinking about him. I don't want to leave my boyfriend because I do love him, but my mind can't help but wonder to what could happen with him and I. Please help me. Thank you." Not all at once, guys.
Try and summarize it.
Basically, just one of our old links has got come back into her life again. So he was cooking it up. She was loving it. It was toxic. You get me, arguing and thing. They never went anywhere. Remember, she said she never dated. So every time they linked up, it was just in the yard. So she was just getting cooked up essentially, and she loved it because pheromones and these things. That ended. She met someone who decided to take her seriously. He's a good man. He's handsome. Everything that she was looking for, essentially. But old boy, toxic love, it's popped up again. He's messaged her. He said, and now he's telling her dreams. He's telling her like he's serious. He was playing games before, but he's serious now. He's ready to go. And now she can't stop thinking about it, and she don't know what to do. She's saying she don't want to leave her man, but she can't stop thinking about homeboy. What should she do?
I think she should tell him.
Tell who?
She knows it's going to be a wrap. Tell her boyfriend no.
What? To done it?
Not to done it, but she's now thinking about this other Donny who used to smash her while she's with this guy now. But that's not going to leave her. Those temptations aren't going to leave her. So I feel like she owes it. It depends on how long she's been with her new man. But I feel like she owes it to him to tell him. depending on how serious they are. She can't be leading them on. That's only one temptation. She can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop thinking about it is a big fucking phrase, you know?
Before you respond to that,
Go on, bro.
so if your wife starts having thoughts about another man, you would like for her to tell you?
Yeah.
And then what happens then?
If that was
Suppose
my,
it's a big fledged.
if that was my if that was my wife and someone texts her from back in the day, then put myself in that scenario as the boyfriend, then yes, it's done out. But it depends on how serious the relationship is. That scenario, she has to tell
So
him.
you would leave your wife for
If she still get tempted by other men who were toxic, and she said that's what she liked about them,
But
and I'm
you've
assuming
just
the new
encouraged her to tell you so that you can leave her.
yeah.
How is this a win for her?
I'm not saying it's a
This is
win
the
for her.
girl we're supposed to be
I'm saying
advising.
I'm saying it's the right thing to do. Fuck you talking about? I'm
So-
saying it's the right thing to do.
So fair. Your response is you need to tell him so that he can leave you.
No, you need to tell him so he knows. So he knows what kind of person he's dealing with. The ones that gets tempted.
That's crazy.
That's the right thing to do. Why am I bugging? Is that-
Yeah,
am I-
he don't-
You know, your response to your response, to be honest.
She should just basically, because all he's gonna do, is chop you and then disappear again. Essentially, he's not serious.
But she kind of knows that though. I feel like she knows
Yeah,
that.
but maybe she just wants to get smoked because the lust was there. So
Yeah.
maybe she just needs to go and chop my man so she really knows and appreciates what she's got at home.
Explain.
Huh?
Explain the cake and eating it.
Well, she'll go chop him. It's either going to be great, passionate, whatnot, or it's not going to be all it was cut to be how you remember it. Either way, you'll learn something from there. And then plus, he's not sticking around. You know what I'm trying to say? He's going to pop up, he's going to do that. He's back in that. He's one of the men
100%.
that like the chase and that. So he's in that little new talking phase. It feels new. You ain't seen her in months. It feels new. It's like a little game to him. So we'll come back. Once he chops her, he ain't going to have the same energy again. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's going to go about his business. And she's got a good man there. So maybe she should just chop him and then just go live happily ever after with her man.
It's the new one.
Yeah, stay with the new one.
Yeah.
Stay with
Don't
the
te-
new one.
Yeah.
but
No,
just
stay with the new one.
stay with the present one
Yeah.
and just chop the old one
Just one time, because he's only gonna give it to her one time anyway.
just one time. But it sounds as though she doesn't want it to be a one-time thing. It's not one time.
She never had nothing. It's all in her mind. She never had nothing. They weren't dating each other like that. When they
Yeah,
were
I
linking
agree
up,
with
she
Marks.
would come to the yard and have sex. They weren't going out. They weren't doing none of this stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so however she feels, how she feels, because she just enjoys the sex and the feelings that they have when they're together. But it's not as deep as she thinks. It's not real like that. Like you're saying, it's just toxic lust. It's just cooking. There's nothing there. There's no substance there. There's no longevity there. So once you chop him and you've done it bare times again, you'll realize that.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Bare times again. You just said once.
No,
I'm
sorry, no, you
saying-
chopped him bare times before. I'm saying once you chop him one time and you realize, because you've done it bare times, there's nothing real here. There's no substance. It's not going to keep going.
I think I want to clarify something. There's a difference between temptation, yeah, and a fleeting thought. All of us have fleeting and intrusive thoughts versus a temptation. Temptation means there's a chance you want to do it, right? Unless I've got the definition fucked up. So if I was tempted to do something, it means I thought in my head about doing it, like I want to do it. That's a temptation, unless I got the definition wrong. Because the word temptation to me is strong. Like for my wife to come to me and said, I was tempted to sleep with that man. It's a rap. What the fuck are we talking about? I think of temptation like when I'm on a diet, I was tempted to box off them cookies. Am I making sense or have I got the word wrong?
No. It just depends on how it is you see it, because I guess there is constant temptation.
Yeah,
that
if-
doesn't essentially mean that the person was looking to do it, but they're in an environment where this is weak for them, right? And all the elements just combine for it to be a weak moment. But once they've left that environment, they no longer have that particular temptation.
Possibly,
Basically put in their
but
face.
within that weak moment is a possibility of it happening.
The thing is,
If she's tempted, I think it's If it's a fleeting thought, everyone has fleeting thoughts.
the thing is how I think, like men and women at any point in time, even if it is that they're with somebody or they aren't with somebody, they're susceptible to the events that happen or occur in real time, right? there might be, even if you're married, you've been married for 5 years, right? Certain things you're not getting as frequently as you used to in the first year. And you go for a weekend conference with a team and whatnot.
The classic cliche.
I'm just saying
No,
it
I'm just
does
saying.
happen. It's
No,
a cliche
I
because
find
it
it
does
funny.
happen. You know, when you're at work with somebody, you build relationships outside of what you're supposed to with your husband and your wife. Do you understand? That's why you call them work this, that, and the next, right?
And that's why they're so dangerous, because they're like pseudo relationships, like they're real relationships, but they're not. So then, because you don't deal with none of the negative, you see that your work husband and your work thing, you don't deal with none of the real stuff of relationships, none of the
Only the
negative
finest you
aspects,
get in, only the good
the
stuff.
lovely stuff, the relationships. And that's why your work husband, you actually, some people actually think that they love each other, because our connect, it's only good and positive. The stress, we're not dealing with the stress, the bills and the kids and the whatever. That's when you go home for your real man. But when you're in the thing and he's bringing you coffee and massaging your shoulders and telling you jokes and being your stress relief, these are real things. People can build up relationships like that. And obviously not everybody acts on it, because
Now,
some people...
bear in mind, I'm
got
not
more
even
sense.
talking about that extent, because once you've gone down that particular route, you've been doing it for a long while, you have been on that particular path towards cheating in the first place. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking more like a one-off. Certain things just collide, and you've looked up and you've seen this particular girl or this guy, and they're just stunning. Some aspect of them is just striking, and they give you time. And again, it's not a case where she's like, "Hey, have the pussy," but it's just calm, smooth, just butter. And for a little second, you might be like, but then your stance needs to kick in. That discipline of, nah. This is nice hair. Yes, I'm attracted to you. Yes, if I was a different man, but I value what's at home even more. Let me just go back. Do you understand? And that happens, I believe, with more people than others, because more people have more options and more people environments where you're getting beauty all over the gaff, and these particular beauties come with different characters and different accents and whatnot. Do you understand? So it's on that person to show discipline each and every time, even though they're tempted. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this hair, it was like that. It was like that at all. So if you ask me, she should go and have sex with that old guy. Leave this present guy alone. You deserve him.
Okay, cool. I agree.
Don't. Why should she, like, players need love too? So she got a good man. She said he's a good man. Why should she just leave her a good man for?
Because he's not... Okay.
Oh, but by the way, if you're giving her advice in order to do what Mark says, basically, if you want your cake and eating it, cool, do that. But I'm saying you don't deserve him. I'm saying that.
Yeah, she don't.
She probably don't. But you can't lose your good man just because of your conscience.
And like I said, you're saying what you're saying.
Like, you are saying, so there's other people saying chop him and leave him. You're saying don't chop him, but tell him and leave him. Like, all your scenarios are telling her to leave the good man. Why should she leave her good man
If
for?
it's temptation, then I think she's going to eventually cheat on him with another guy. If it's a fleeting thought, then don't tell him.
Run that advice, run it back, read it back again.
Okay.
She says, I love him, he's perfect. And then she says, hey, this old one that just gave me Willie, I'm dying for it.
It says lust.
She wants to be there.
Lust is more powerful than love.
She hasn't hit bottom yet. What I'm saying is she hasn't hit rock bottom yet. That's what I'm saying. She needs to hit rock bottom. We can't be telling her anything until she hits rock bottom. Do you understand? So she knows, next time you have that feeling come up, you know that it's never going to end well. That's what I'm saying. She didn't hit rock bottom.
But I wouldn't, you know what it is? You got to fuck around and find out sometimes, and you got to have all the information so you can make all the necessary decisions. So don't tell your man nothing, yeah? If that's, and really, you should chop this new brother, and it will actually tell you chop the old brother, and actually tell you, it will let you know how much you love your new man. It will put it all into perspective. You'd either say, you know what, for real, man, this is where I need to be. That's not working for me. Let me leave this new guy because he don't put it down right. The lust ain't there, whatnot. Or you're gonna feel horrible and feel guilty and be like, nah, man, I can't believe I gave into them fleeting moments and them feelings. That wasn't right. I need to go here where my bread's buttered, build my foundation.
Are you the guy that texted
and
her?
water my plant? Could have been me.
He's the demon from yesterday.
Because she shouted you out, especially.
Big up her because she got a good taste.
You could tell, right? From the very beginning. You know what she's on.
Immediately.
You know what she's on.
You
Straight.
can't do that. Big up her. But I think honestly, you gotta fuck around and find out.
Don't.
Knowledge is power, and you got to have information. You got to do
Sometimes
surveys, market research, all of these things. It's all important. Chop him and see how you feel.
ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. So your man ain't gonna know. So that's fine. Your
Nah,
man's gonna be
dickhead, you
happy.
twisted it.
Yeah, no, ignorance is bliss. Your man ain't gonna know. Chop him and see how you feel.
Don't do it. Especially if you said he's perfect. Don't do it.
He's not perfect. He's just chopping her. You don't do
She
nothing.
said
Oh, the
said
other
that comment.
boyfriend's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, yeah. That's what she said, no? The toxicity literally made me lust and love so intense. So he basically made you nut.
That's what it is. The lust is a powerful. Lust is stronger than love. I'm telling you. And she sounds like she got a lot of lust flowing through her veins.
It's only been a month. It's only been a month. My boyfriend is amazing, such a loving and caring, handsome man. I love him. I don't know, man.
Slam the new guy, see how you feel. That's my advice. You don't have to take it. But because I've got a sneaky suspicion that after you slam him, he's going to be gone anyway.
Yeah, what the other guy?
Yeah,
for sure.
Once he comes back, he's gone.
Yeah, word.
I don't believe him, but I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I know this guy.
So basically, you're saying, hold out, slam the guy, right? Don't tell the guy, the present one.
No.
Because you're going to find out very soon that he's not going to stay around. So you'll be able to get some Willie.
Well, even
Some new Willie, some old new Willie.
even before you've just realised whether he's staying around or not, you come to your own conclusions. The second you slam him, post nut clarity. The second you slam him, you'll know.
Post nut clarity is the worst.
The second you slam him, you'll know whether you did the right thing, whether you did the wrong thing, whether you ever do it again, whether you're guilt ridden. You'll know. And that's what I'm trying to say. And then that will give you the strength that you need to go and be the pillar in your relationship. Maybe if you make that wrong choice, that'll give you the strength you need to go and be the woman you need to be and stand by your man and be great. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Happens many a time.
No.
Do you know how many men go outside cheating and make the wrong decision and come home and be great because they know they've overcompensated for the decisions that they made. They know when their bread's buttered. They know they fucked up and they're never going to do this
can
again.
handle the overbearing guilt. Fuck that. That sounds horrible. That sounds fucking horrible, bruv. You look at the girl who ride or die for you and went to go bust a nut and you fucking disrespected her. You messed her up.
We didn't disrespect her because she didn't know.
Disrespect her.
You didn't show no. So I hate when people do this stuff. You didn't disrespect her. Your decision that you made had absolutely nothing to do with her. Only until she finds out. Yeah. This is the truth. Okay. You will know instantly and you'll go and be a better person. It will make a relationship stronger. Or it will break it. I think that will help you make the decision. That will be the straw for the camel's back. It will lean you one way or another. This guy ain't right for me. I'm on too much badness and I need to be in the streets and be wild and free. Or I thought I wanted that, but then I had it. The grass ain't greener. I don't like that experience. I need to go home and be a good, loving woman. And I think you'll just have clarity after the decision.
She'll most likely follow your advice, unfortunately.
Well, his advice, she gets everything she wants. What?
She will live to
prime
regret
advice if she wants everything.
it. She will live to regret it. It's not the right thing to do.
But you've never factored in the guy changing, the old guy changing. So it's good Willie and good commitment.
I don't think he's changing.
Because you see him in you.
I've been speaking to old things is fun. Speaking to old things and rekindling with old things is fun.
Do you think a man can change?
They don't usually always last. Huh?
Do you think a man can change?
I think people's situations change and their priorities change, and you can mature and stuff like that. But I don't think people. I genuinely don't believe people change. I believe you are who you are.
So what does personal growth mean?
Well, when people have this, especially if like men and infidelity and them kind of things like that, just because you're not doing it doesn't mean that you don't want to do it.
You're talking about in relation to cheating?
Well, that's the thing, because recovering alcoholics think about drinking, want to drink every day, and they might not. Some of them could be 30 years deep, haven't touched it, but I'm telling you, they want to drink. By your
metric, she's not going to change her mind.
Day.
This idea that she's going to realize what she has is prime is fallacy. If you're saying people don't change,
no, what's that got to do with people changing and her making a decision for a man? People don't change in the sense that she's always going to like lust, but she might realize that where she at in her life now, this man's good for her.
Only right now, you mean?
That's what that matters. Where she is right now, what she's doing right now, he might be good for her.
But it's still, your flipping logic is so weird. It's so warped. So I'm not even going to go down this path. You said what you said. I'm not going on further. Take what you want from this. You mentioned Marx in the first place. If it is that you feel as though he got the most like potent information or advice, then run with that.
Word.
You've heard the Pandora.
Whatever you do, don't tell
And you've
your
heard
new
Ramsey.
man. Whatever you do, don't tell
See
your
what they
new
did.
man. Don't tell your new man. Whatever you do, whatever you do, don't tell your new
The
man.
Jiminy Cricket been dead for you, innit? All right. Well, I think that's it.
All right. Now we are going to move on to a segment that I really wanted to have like more prepared than I do, because it's going to be an exciting addition to the production, and we have our boy Ramsey, and bing, he's gonna get into some music.
Oh shit.
Let's get into some rotation.
Do-do-do-do.
Is that a transition? Yeah.
Is that Marvin Gaye?
Oh right. No, that's Roy Ayers.
Oh,
It's the haircut that got you in it,
You know that
and the yellow,
everybody loves the
yellow
sunshine.
tea.
Yeah. Sorry, Brent. What you saying?
They sound like that.
everybody
All right,
loves the
so-
sunshine.
Welcome to the rotation. A lot has happened last Friday. I'm going to be going through a couple albums, or actually 3 albums. First one is Normani's Dopamine. You heard that? No? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's it's very pop in R&B. We're not demographic, innit?
Okay.
It's very, very poppy. It features Gunna, Cardi B, and James Blake. I was gassed to see James Blake on it.
James Blake's cold.
Fuck with James Blake.
Yeah, he's dope still.
13 songs. Chorus is obviously repetitive, pop R&B kind of stuff. Lights On though is more R&B than pop. Candy Paint seems to be like a standout solo track. Tantrums with James Blake I was waiting for. I can't lie, I skipped. Yeah? Alright, cool.
You skipped it.
I skipped to it like I was going through the tracks to get to that
Oh.
James Blake song, innit?
Oh,
James Blake also co-produced it along with TB Hits, but it still kind of felt flat. Wild Side with Cardi B, which she released 4 years ago. So I was surprised to see it on the album, but I heard that she was going through a couple cancer scares with her family, so it took her a lot of time to release the album. I mean, all in all, I get it hitting with its audience, just didn't do it with me, so it doesn't necessarily, just because it doesn't reach the rotation for me, doesn't mean, it's not a good album.
I need you to, and this is for next time, right? I'm gonna put up the whole spins and whatnot. So if you tell me beforehand, I can basically
Cool.
each one
Actually, could you put up the album covers for the?
in real time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like you know when you go on Google and that.
yeah.
So next album is Don Toliver's Hard Stone Psycho. So his last album from last year, Lovesick, was pretty good. He has 16 songs of this new one, featuring Kodak Black, Cash Cobain, who's been killing it.
Cash Cobain's been cooking.
Cash Cobain has been busy, and he got a reference track for your boy that just leaked.
Oh, for Drake.
Yeah.
What one?
I don't know, honestly, that guy, but it was one of his big tracks. It was one of his big tracks. But Cash Cobain's busy. He would have had the song of the summer if it wasn't for Not Like Us, with that Fisher song.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Cash Cobain's doing moves. Charlie Wilson again, who's been busy. Travis Scott, obviously, since Don Toliver signed to him. Future, Metro Boomin, and Tizo Touchdown. You know what Tizo Touchdown is?
No.
Tizo Touchdown, he's a new guy, but he's been making bare moves. You ever seen like a guy with like long hair and nails in his head? He just wears nails in his hair.
Yeah, no.
No, all right, cool. His type of music, I wouldn't imagine it'd be something you'd mess with. Notable tracks. So, Kryptonite. The first track kind of starts with like a rock kind of thing, and then it breaks into like an 808 trap. But I fuck with rock, innit? So that's Tizo Touchdown. That's
Yeah, you knew I didn't know this person.
I hate you so much.
so Tizo's been making moves, but I will go on to him in a bit because he comes up again in the next album. I believe so.
And obviously, what you need to do also is to put together like a playlist.
That's what I was gonna say. But you're jumping the
Alright.
gun. I got a few. Yeah, don't worry. I get to that. I get to
Work on
that.
the productions.
Yeah, I got that. So Kryptonite, first track, rock kind of thing in the beginning, goes into an 808, and it goes into Tour Up, which is the next track. Super rock, like it samples like this indie rock band, but then mixes it with like 808 trap. But it's Don Toliver in it, so to me he's killing it. He's killing it. But it sounds like Carti, you know, like
Yeah.
like new Carti, this Vampire Carti. It kind of sounds like that, but more legible. Like you can understand what he's saying. Because I don't understand Cartonese. Have you heard any of new
Quite gone crazy. I
He's
can't.
mad.
I have to
Yeah.
tune out.
That's what I'm saying. Next track that I really liked was Inside, which is the second Travis Scott track on there. Deep in the Water came out a while ago. You heard it? It's basically about Kali Uchis and her being pregnant.
I ain't heard none of the new Don Toliver stuff.
Oh, okay. So he done a track about her, and you'd think it would come out cringy, you know, rapping about a girl being pregnant, and especially from someone who just raps about nonsense. But the track actually bangs. Now, the next track, yeah, Purple Rain, it's got Future, Metro, Zaytoven, and Sino. Yeah,
That sounds like it's fire.
hard. Song's a piece of shit. It's awful.
What?
It's the worst track in the album, like easily. I think there's too many cooks in the kitchen. And I clocked the other day, Zaytoven is at the bottom of my list from producers from Atlanta.
Why?
He just doesn't. His beats don't do it for me.
He just had his time. He was cooking at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, because he had Versace that banged. And I have a theory.
I ain't heard nothing from him in ages though.
I think he's been busy. We just don't know because it hasn't banged.
Okay.
You know, Zaytoven's like born again Christian, and he takes his relationship quite seriously. So Zaytoven doesn't allow smoking and certain women in the studio while recording.
Is now ruined.
I see what you're saying.
So it's cooked, like everything's just shit. So I feel like when he's if he's making a beat and the artists aren't there doing what they really want to do, he ain't getting the best out of it.
I
man.
think that's a cop out.
I
think that's a cop out. I'm probably projecting because I don't need no weed or no naked bitches in here to
Probably
play
are.
the tracks. They probably what?
No, I said you probably are projecting.
Fair.
But I'm talking from artists and songs that I liked who did or most likely had, especially with his favorite Future. Definitely, he's where we got that shit all on deck. But yeah, really, really, really disappointing. Glock, which samples Whitney Houston in the beginning. Initially, when I heard it, I thought it was really, really repetitive. Because the chorus,
what Whitney Houston sample is it?
I don't actually, name escapes me, but it's the one where she goes shoot, 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 shoot. Yeah. But he kind of slows her down, and he kind of references it at the end of the track. But the song Glock, the hook's like, oh my God, I'm in the club. He says I counted it 11 times. 11 times. And I was like, this is jarring. But it grew on me. And at the end, he's sampling that shoot, 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 pull up on my bike and I shoot, shoot. I was like, okay. Then he said, pull up on my car, then I shoot. I was like, all right, great, wonderful. My favorite track, though, is Backstreets with Tizo Touchdown. Now, it's a good song because Tizo Touchdown's doing the ad-libs. I feel like if Tizo Touchdown was, you can, just by looking at him, you can kind of see, like, if he kind of goes out there a bit when it comes to his verses. But he done a lot of the ad-libs on Backstreets, and it was well executed. The beat's hard. And yeah, that's my kind of quick rundown on the album. Obviously, I'm not going to go through each and every 16 songs, but I think out of 5, because Brent, it's 5 rotations, right?
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's 2.5, 2. Out of
Don
5.
Toliver?
Don Toliver, yeah. But it's not to say that it won't grow on me. It hasn't even been a week yet. But the whole album's been a repeat. But it's
only 2.
That's what a lot of people are saying. I think the way I rate stuff might come as a shock to a lot of people. Because I'll say I'll bang something, but then I won't give it 5. 5 to me is perfection.
All right. So what I'm now hearing, because I had a problem with the previous host.
Okay.
I need to also... I need to do homework.
Okay.
Yeah, so give me homework to do so I can actually contribute in this segment because 2 out of 5 is very poor. So I don't want to press play and find out you only like certain types of tracks and you're not giving this its due rating.
But it's subjective. See,
So
We need pushback, innit? We need to listen to the albums as well. So when you're hearing 2, we can say,
yes. Yeah, because people could be like this right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they will. But
You
it's 5.
backpack rapper.
It's not 10. I am. That's another thing that plays into the factor. If we're saying 5 is much less than 10. See, if it was out of 10, I'd probably give it a 6, 7. But I feel like because it's 5, it gives me less to play with. 4 means it's near enough perfect. 5 means it's perfect.
If it's 10, you give it to 7.
Maybe 6, yeah, something like that.
And you think You know, you just have to double what you've done to get the what you would have given out of 10. So it'll be 4 out of 10 if you just double it.
No, it's 2's closer to 5 than 4 is to
Are
10.
you okay? Is it? Am I doing wonky math here?
Yeah, you are. You're doing Terrence Howard, so I'm not
My friend,
surprised.
You just said just now. You literally just said just now. If it was out of 10, you give it a 7.
I said 6, touching 7. Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah.
If out of 5, you're giving it 2.
I said 2.5. Anyway, I'm not doing this with you right now. We can
please
argue.
don't, 'cause
We
I
can
understand
argue.
math.
We can. You don't.
Alright.
You don't. 'Cause you're with Terrence Howard. Next album is Why Loud by No Worries. This is Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Yeah, you heard about Knowledge. You know about Knowledge. The beat maker, producer.
No, I know Anderson .Paak though. Fuck with
Oh,
Anderson.
fucking hell, bruv.
Fuck with Anderson. He's cold.
Bro, this is their second album if we're ignoring remixes and EPs.
I don't really know producers like that. I don't really care.
Really?
I don't really give I don't give the credit to the producer like that.
Oh, okay, that's a
that
shame.
makes
I feel like
sense.
it'd
You
be
should do
interesting-
because I know it's a collaborative effort and the production's the main thing. But yeah, I don't follow them if that makes sense. Like I don't champion the producers like that.
It's interesting. I think you should. If I can give you homework, if you go on the songs you fuck with, yeah, and then compile them and see who produced it, you might find out who your favorite producer is.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like you might fuck up. You might like 808 Mafia, or you might like certain. I don't. Obviously, I'm assuming to what you listen to, but you might like it. And I only say that because that's what happened to me when I was younger. I ended up finding that I was liking this Slum Village song and this Tribe Called Quest song and this Q-Tip song and this, and I found out it was all one producer. But yeah, second album. Yo, this album. Listen, Brent, what did I say to you earlier? I said, yo, this album's got more soul than a sock with a hole, bruv. It is crazy. It features not that many, you know. It's got Thundercat, Her, Snoop Dogg, October London, Ray Khalil again because she's signed to Anderson .Paak. They say Charlie Wilson, but he's not really featuring. He's the sample.
Okay.
So I felt cheated that song, quite like L Sweatshirt, and I believe that's it. But from the first track, Brent, when you heard it, what did you think?
I love that.
Bro, even as Dave Chappelle talking on the first track
Yeah.
that beat was crazy.
Yeah.
And then the biggest thing the highlight I got from this album is it all felt cohesive. Like
Yeah.
everything kind of bled
Yeah.
into the next track.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Man said M1 and Blade Brand. What do you think I listen to in my spare time? These are sick, you know. If you go through my recent light songs, what kind of music do you think I like? Because there's just random stuff on there.
I didn't take you for it easy, but listen, you know. I was gonna bring up that Smino song. Fucking cold. Polynesian? Cold. Cash Cobain. I don't know, yeah.
Some
You're
kind
pretty
of
broad.
broad sound, right?
Yo, the best song on that K-Trap album is Mobsters.
Mobsters is cold. I like a lot of songs on the album. Or you could tell.
Really?
Well, you
Yeah,
can
you did.
see.
I see it. Yeah, I think you're pretty, but can't lie, they're not too far off from what they're saying though. You got a lot of Gunna, you got a lot of K-Trap, you got a lot of Future. You
The
got a lot of
albums
Heady
just
One.
dropped. So when the albums dropped, I listened to the album and I like them. So that's why they're all up there in
Nah,
order, innit?
he's got Say Yes by Flowetry. He's got Lying Babe. You got to allow him. Yeah, no, you're pretty what's the word? Eclectic when it comes to R&B and hip hop. For sure.
Thanks,
What was I gonna say? Where was I? Yeah. So my favorite track by far is Fun. You know what Thundercat is?
Thundercat.
Thundercat.
These are all new people, right?
Nah, Thundercat's been in the game for a long, long time.
What's that, a producer?
Nah, he's he makes songs, but he's more of like a bass player.
Because ain't Thundercat like a yard man?
Probably.
Put Thundercat on the thing.
No.
Oh.
You can probably
I
find
was
a
thinking-
guy
I was
from
thinking-
Yard who's
I was
called
thinking,
Thundercat.
No, I'm just saying-
Supercat.
Wow.
That's my favorite track. It's crazy. Obviously so they released a few tracks before they dropped the album. Where I Go featuring Her, crazy track. Daydreaming I really like. 86 Central, and there's one more. Oh, Walk On By with L Sweatshirt. Now, I think they should have kept. You know,
Next time, you should definitely send us these projects.
Precisely. Give me some homework.
100%.
I will,
Give
I
us some
will.
homework.
I will. So 86
This is
Central.
Thundercat.
That's Thundercat, yeah.
Don't do that. You listen to Lil Uzi, so
No, but that's a good point actually. That's a good
Uzi's got
point.
some
That's a
bangers
good
though.
point.
Uzi's.
No,
Uzi-
Thundercat's got bangers.
Has he?
Yeah, he works with Erykah Badu. He's done a lot of work in Kendrick Lamar's albums. He's big. Like, he's got a big song. Like, my favorite song from him is "Them Changes." He's definitely a character, but he's crazy talented.
Send me some stuff over, man. Let me see what you're saying.
Yeah, I will. What I was gonna say, Brent, is the second track, the one where the Dave Chappelle blended into the second track, that was 86 Century. Yeah, they should have never released that song. Because can you imagine hearing that intro going into the next song without hearing that song before? It just sounded beautiful. So I feel like they should have kept that. Another of my favorite tracks, we didn't get to it because you were too busy doing other stuff, was From Here
What was it
featuring.
again?
You look for that track and you look for the sample.
By the way, there's a track that's on the album that uses a sample that I've used.
Was it Anderson Paaks we're talking?
No.
So, we moved on.
This is still Anderson .Paak album.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
yeah,
I'm checking. Yeah.
And I'm thinking, hey, let me find it because it was in that folder. So I'm playing through. He's like, what, did you make these? I was like, yeah. He said, oh. And that's how the conversation came up where he's like, I now understand why you hate Emmanuel.
Oh wow, you're bringing context for the first time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
So that's the full
Because
context.
he was pumping him with fire and he didn't. And he
Bro,
was,
the beats,
Yeah.
like that shit, the chords and the drums he was using, the horns he was using.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
cheap shit, bro. That's not Fruity Loop shit. His beats are crazy.
Yeah, but I do use FL Studio.
No, I know,
just
but
not in the manner in
the
which
quality,
other
the
people-
plugins
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
got
It's
and the
different.
layering
Yeah.
you done is insane.
Yeah,
Like, it's not no. Like, it's proper shit. Like, it's proper. It sounds like he actually got someone to play.
And
the
I wouldn't
instrument.
even say it only speaks to his particular appetite. It's just beautiful music. Do you understand? So you will hear it like, yeah, I like that. Do you understand? Because there's this part where you like only certain people would like that music. It's not that. But that's what he said. Email just flopped.
You could have been Knowledge. If you dropped those on a beat tape with like Selection back in the day, I'm talking like 10, 15 years ago, you could have been like, you would have been Kate Tronado.
Yeah, but I was more interested in the group.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I get
Careless
that.
about myself.
Yeah, I get that. The second track I loved was called From Here, featuring Snoop Dogg and October London. Personally, I don't know who October London is, but when I see Snoop Dogg featured on the track, I kind of recoil because I don't want to hear him rap now.
okay.
But he wasn't. He was talking, thank fuck. And the song From Here is absolutely amazing. For all the Knowledge fans out there, You Lot With The Clock, that fall through was the same beat he used on that Meek Mill mixtape. So Knowledge got big. Well, one of the reasons it got big is that he would take Meek Mill's, I'm talking Kane Roll Meek Mill, yeah? He would take Meek Mill's freestyles on the street and then put beats on them. He made like vinyls out of them and everything, like proper produced beats, but then put his vocals on those beats.
Okay.
And he used one of those beats. Here I Am is a good one. I think Here I Am is what I clocked what the album really meant. I might be wrong. Anyone wants to correct me, please correct me. But I feel like the album itself is an ode to his wife or his ex-wife who he fucked up and he thought he could have his cake and eat it too. Wink, wink to the girl who asked for advice earlier. Is that Anderson .Paak left her, and I'm talking, they were riding and sleeping on couches together, and she ended up paying his way until he became an artist who he is today. Fucked up, lost her, ended up going for, in his words, 21-year-old dumb thick, but she's stupid as shit. So he wants his old girl back, but she ain't having it. That's why the song is called Keep Her. You know the Thundercat song? Because money won't keep her. Like, you've lost that one. And he ends up talking about how his mum said that he fucked up as well. What are you doing? And he's got a child with her as well. But yeah, I feel like kind of shaped the album for me. Worst track for me is the L Sweatshirt song, Walk On By. It sounded completely it didn't fit. Personally, it didn't fit within the album. This album, crazy. I've already bought the vinyl for it. From the first track, I bought the vinyl for it. It easily gets like a 4. I can't. This will be timeless. This shit
That
is
can grow.
timeless. Huh?
That folk can grow.
Crazy. It will grow. I think it's way better than their first album, and I think people might kill me for that. But that's the shit. Other tracks that came out which Marg's already listened to, is Semino Polynesian, which is crazy. And I'm not.
Get into the habit of saying 4.5 rotations.
Yes, 4 rotations. 4 rotations. New Semino track, Polynesian, really, really sick. I'm not gonna give a rating on that. So I haven't. It's just a track in it. I want to see it in the body of work. Do you know Mac Homie? Mac Homie.
Mac Homie.
Mac Homie. New Jersey rapper from Haiti.
No.
All right. Could you put it up on the thing, bro, please? MACH space HOMMY. Mac Homie, he's like a new MF Doom.
Okay.
You don't know his face because he hides it under the Haitian flag.
He's hardly hiding. Look. Let me show you this picture.
Yeah, so that's
what I
Mac.
just found.
You
Just,
could recognize that fella.
That's
If you know him, you know him.
Mac. He's if I had to, it's hard to describe. He's
I
rap.
said the rich Haitian.
Yeah, that was the latest album that went by me. Embarrassingly, it came out 2 weeks ago, and it's really fucking good.
That's right.
Really good. I
want
believe
that.
he's signed by West Side Gun.
MF Doom though.
Yeah, because the whole kind of
Oh, just
elusive
aesthetics, not the actual.
sound as well. Actually, yeah,
Jesus Christ.
because he uses beats that are not really conventional. When he sings, he raps in Creole. He raps in he raps in English. He's fucking sick. But I feel like it's a specific ear, which is why MF Doom is a good simile, because I feel like MF Doom's a rapper's rapper.
Yeah.
He's not really for the mainstream.
Who's this Black Thought? Some of these man that he's got on his album, I've
Trust.
never heard of in my life.
You know Black Thought?
No, I know Black Thought.
Oh.
I know Black Thought.
Oh no, but you wouldn't know Fahim the God. You won't know your old Droog. Those are all like underground rappers.
Marciano, Jay.
Yeah, you know Rock
Janae.
Marciano.
No.
Really? Oh, he's again another underground rapper. They're all in the same kind of caliber. West Side Gun, Conway, your old Droog, Fahim the God.
Who's Ofi Greedo?
Ofri Greedo's the Donny with the tats in his face. He done a couple songs already. He just came out of prison.
Yeah, I don't know these new school youths. You gotta put me on and let me see, and then I find out which ones I like and which ones I don't.
Once I get like you know what I was thinking of adding to the segment, Brent? Is I want to assume what song you lot would like off the album. And I want to send it to you lot and see if I get it right or wrong. Does that make sense?
Why don't you do that on air instead?
Because we can't listen to it, unfortunately.
No,
That'd be hard if we could, though.
No. What? We could do that off air, but nobody gets that entertainment value. You picking and flopping in real time is better, no?
What?
So essentially, what I think you said
Yeah.
was any homework you give us,
Yeah.
you're also going to say, this is what I think you like the
Yeah,
best, right?
But the flopping aspect, dickhead, isn't the main
I'm now
entertainment.
talking about you when you bring it to the main stage,
Yeah.
right? And now we've heard it. You could also have, is this the one you like the best? And we will say yes or no.
Okay, cool. I get you.
You understand?
Cool.
For the people.
Sweet. Yes, we'll do that. What's Ed said? Yeah, let's get Ramsey to post all the projects he's talking about. I did actually, Ed. I did. I posted on the rotation. I said Friday release, and I posted all the albums. But I will continue to do that. Every other Friday. There's not always new albums coming out. In other news, as of this year, June 11th in New Orleans has been declared a Back That Arse Up Day.
Juvenile, baby.
Girl, you're working with some ass, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make it spend his cash, yeah. He's last, yeah. So that's hard. Common and Pete Rock are releasing an album called The Auditorium on July the 12th. They both released 2 singles. One of them is, the first one, Dreaming, fucking cold. But that's if you like backpack rap. Because Common's doing like entendres on entendres on entendres. Like, Common's hard. It was like the old Common, not like the new Common.
I watched Common at a party. I see Common perform at whose party was
Did he breakdance for you lot? I swear to God, I'm not joking. Every concert he breakdances.
That wasn't even a concert. It was a New Year's Eve. It was a New Year's Eve party somewhere. Someone's having it in a hotel lobby somewhere. It's quite small, intimate. But Common pulled up and done his thing.
Yeah, Common's for the people, man.
Common's cold.
Yeah. Denzel Curry's got a new album coming out, featuring ASAP Rocky, Kenny Mason, and Project Pat. I'm assuming it's a. Is it? How do you say posthumous? No, I'm not. I don't believe you. You just say nailed it.
Some people say
every time.
posthumous. Some people say
Posthumous.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. All right. So that's in my other news. I did have a question I want to pose to you lot quickly. in regards to female rap or female artist within hip hop, who's your favorite?
Female artist.
Yeah.
Who is my favorite female artist?
If you
I don't listen to a lot of female rappers, so I listen to like the ghetto trash ones that move the needle and that make the bangers that everybody listens
Sexy
to.
Red.
Sexy's cold.
She's not.
She's not.
Sexy's cold. I like her as a person. I follow her on Twitter. I see the way she moves, so I like her personality. So she's dope. Go sexy, and then she's got what's that? Ski is a banger.
All right.
You lost your mind.
On a broader scale, though,
Ski. I'm cold. Glorilla and them gal.
Never heard it.
what about you?
Glow's
What about
cold, but I prefer Cardi's the queen for them bitches. I don't know. I know she don't
In
rap.
general, start from even from back in the day, not now. So in general, who's your
Back in the
favourite?
day, Foxy Brown.
Okay, I heard that before. All right. I
Foxy
think there's
Brown-
one person
Foxy
everyone
Brown's
misses.
Foxy Brown's the coldest. Broken. What's the album? Broken Silence. There's a Broken Silence.
Okay.
5 mic.
There's one person everyone always misses. I want to see if you get them.
Female rap?
Yeah. Female artist, female rapper.
For me, it's always Lauryn Hill.
Oh, okay. I don't think a lot of people are mad at that. I think it's annoying because she released one album and then ducked.
Sorry, you asked my
No, I'm just saying that's
opinion. on it.
So who you saying?
Alright,
Queen Latifah.
Missy Elliott.
Missy's cold.
I know. And
Missy's
she always
cold.
gets slept on and it's annoying.
Yeah, you
She's
just
got
forget.
hits on hits on hits on hits on hits consistently. She changed everything.
Yeah, Timberland put her on.
Trust me.
Missy's the truth for all of them. To be fair,
She's winning every single versus.
yeah, she's
Yeah,
the coldest. Missy's
That's the
actually
point.
cold.
But she gets slept on for whatever reason. I think one of my girls said it's because she's not a rapper. She's not an artist. But I still feel like that's not paying her. That's not giving her the flowers she deserves.
You don't see her as a rapper? She doesn't see her as a
I
rapper?
see her as a rapper. She doesn't see her as a rapper.
Interesting.
Because she kind of sings and does melodic stuff and kind of bounces between. I was like, all right, well, I can't put Lil' Kim on top. And anyone who says Rhapsody, I get it, but no, Rhapsody hasn't got a banger yet, so she can't be in the running. And there's other artists like, I guess you could say MC8, but again, she's not really up there like Missy is. Missy's slept on.
Who is that alternative black girl that came out and she was wavy, but her personality stunk?
No Name.
No, she's American.
The
No,
black
no,
girl,
no, she's
Azealia Banks.
Azealia Banks.
Oh,
my
no.
goodness.
So, but she done a lot.
She was sick.
No, she wasn't sick though.
Yes, she was.
She wasn't sick.
Her personality is disgusting.
She wasn't really sick.
100% she's Barrett. She's a Barrett.
I got 2 songs that I really like of her, and the producer's a British producer called Lone. He made her. I don't care what anyone's saying. She had 212, and she had another song called Licorice. I prefer Licorice, but she wasn't really a rapper's rapper. She's not bars. Like she's not.
There's a new one that reminds me of Azealia Banks. And she dropped a track the other day where she was featuring with another female rapper. I don't know if it's Lotto or one of them ones. And they went to a swamp.
Oh, I don't know about videos. Is it? It's not Gorilla.
Could be Glorilla. It's one of them light-skinned ones.
No, Glorilla.
And she went to the swamp and she was saying how she loves the swamp men. And they're
Don't know
all
what
white
that
people in
means.
the video.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a banger.
This is the thing. I've gone through my life. There's really no women on there. Foxy Brown is the most that pops up.
I get you. I
More
get
Foxy
you.
Brown
Oh, I
songs.
forgot to mention my favorite bar from the Normani album, which I found hilarious, was Cardi B's bar. Something like "I want that dick," she shouted on like the second bar of the track, second bar of the verse.
Cardi's
Mad.
cold, man. It's
But
up,
yeah.
it's stuck, man.
That's what I want to ask you. I also added a segment on here, Brent, yeah, which goes back to what you said about putting the songs up. I want to do something called Put You On. So I want to share songs that aren't very popular, that don't really get the flowers they deserve. And I will be posting this on the Discord on the rotation subcategory. My first song, I'll be doing this every week as well. I'll be giving you a lot of songs or artists to listen to. First one is Westside Boogie Killer Mode, which is the first song off his album More Black Superheroes. That song is crazy. The whole album is crazy. More Black Superheroes.
You say Killer Mode, yeah?
Killer Mode. I think he's got his son talking on the first 30 seconds of the track.
I got it. DOECHII.
Oh, Dolce. Dolce. She's hard. Dolce's in TDE. She's the latest one in TDE.
Serious.
You need to listen to her and Isaiah Rashad. It's called shit. Her and Isaiah Rashad. She was on his album. She destroys that song. Dochi's hard.
She's my new favorite female rapper.
Dochi's hard.
Yes, you will love her. She's just doing all the right things.
She's sick. She can rap.
I don't want to be sexual. I don't really listen to female rappers like that.
You don't want anybody to top Sexy Red.
I don't listen to Sexy Red like that. I just like her.
You're just dancing. You literally done that.
Okay, because she got bangers. And Cardi's got bangers. And Glow's got a couple bangers that I couldn't fuck with. But I'm saying I'm not really tapped in. I don't really listen to gal like that.
Dochi will convert you.
Foxy Brown's the only female rapper that I've ever listened to like a rapper. If that
Really?
makes sense. Like recite her verses and kick it. Like she's the only female rapper I've ever listened to like a female rapper. Like female rappers, I don't really digest their music like that.
Okay.
Like I take it in as and when it comes. If they got a big song and it's decent, it can thing. But I'm not going to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no scenario where I'm gonna go and turn that shit on.
I feel like Missy Elliott beats that though. I feel like you could go to a Missy Elliott song, right?
I don't even see her as a rapper. She's like more of a pop star. She's just an artist.
Okay.
She's like,
Yeah.
her music's cold. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, so I don't really see it like that. I don't look at Missy and say, oh yeah, she's like a rapper. Like I look at her as a artist.
Yeah, Ed's right. The song I'm talking about is What You Said. Yeah, I need to show you that song after, Brent. What You Said with Isaiah Rashad and Dochi. She kills it. Oh, yeah. Flow everything about it. Even the video's crazy.
I may have seen it and heard it. I'm converted now. I'm a Dochi. Is it Dochi?
Dochi.
Dochi. And she's mad alternative.
Is she Lang?
She is.
She's dark skinned, so yeah. That's my math.
Alright. It would just help to digest the
problem.
music, but
Hey, yo, listen, this
I was
narrative you're
asking,
spinning,
you
bro.
were Shut up, you were
bruv.
screwing your face
No,
up, so I was
this
like,
narrative you're spinning is fucking wild, bro. Second song, yeah, is you heard Heady One with Skepta, Back to Basics.
Huh?
You heard the Heady One and Skepta, Back to Basics. It was on his album. Yo, don't get back to basics. Don't get back to basics.
I didn't really like it.
All right, cool. Sango has done a remix of it, and it fucking destroys the original. Sango is another producer. He usually puts like Brazilian funk.
So he put Skepta and Heady on a different beat
He took the vocals
and put them on a
and
different
changed
beat.
up the beat, but the beat on it is crazy. Like Sango literally made the track because I heard the original after, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't touch the same as Sango's remix. That's my second track. Third is pretty much like a general recommendation. Is The Internet. Have you heard of The Internet?
Mm-hmm.
You heard of them?
Yeah.
Sick. Have you heard of The Internet, Brem?
back in the day, but they were wavy. Are they still making music?
Yes. Interesting fact. One of the bassists on The Internet is Thundercat's little brother.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So notable songs are Girl, produced by Kate Tronada. I wish E-Man was here so I could tell him people know Kate Tronada. Don't Ya, Special Affair, Hold On, and Under Control. Again, all of this will be posted on the rotation. My last track that I want to put you lot on is Kali Uchis, Me Ponga Loca. Silly summer vibe song. I think it came out over a year ago.
How do you spell that?
So Kali Uchis, so it's Kali Ucis, the girl that you said was Leng. And then it's Me Ponga Loca.
Yeah, because when they're lang, it helps.
Great. So that song is
Why'd you like Sexy Red?
Sexy's clean. Sexy's getting more sexier to me, man.
no.
Yeah, I like her personality.
You say no.
Ain't you seen her in WWE with Shawn Michaels and all that?
I'm not watching that cretin at all, bruv.
Nah, I've
She's-
been it, man.
She's the embodiment
They've
of
been championing her.
everything
Every
that I
time she comes up
dislike.
now, we retweet her and be like, boy, Lippy might have had a point.
Dislike about what?
That I dislike about that toxic kind of yeah. Hey yo, listen.
I
hey,
like
Brent.
Sexy, man. Sexy's cute.
She's not.
She is.
She's not cute.
She is, man.
She's not cute.
Let me find you that. Let me find you because
Let me find you a picture.
no, it was doing the rounds.
Let me
Let me see if I
find
finged it. If I find. Oh, Sexy's been doing bare stuff. She's been running around with Shawn Michaels, man. That's the truth. She's the truth, man. Big up, Sexy. Go Sexy.
Yeah, that was my last track. I think that brings my rotation to a close.
Amazing debut, but this is like a
Ain't that
pilot.
Sexy Red? This ain't even the picture. I was just going through some ones, but I'm sure that's her. That's her.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you lost your mind. She's decent.
You lost your mind.
No, you lost your mind, man.
You can't show one picture.
These are racist, man. These are
You
racist.
can't show one picture.
These are racist, man. don't know what you're looking for. You just don't
That's
like her personality
wild
because she's a
edit.
ratchet.
No,
and all
that's
that.
wild edit.
Yeah, it got filtered all
Let
over.
me
I
see.
like Cardi B when she was Mad Ratchet. I like Cardi B's personality a lot. She's... Oh, no, I'm going to be talking crazy. Like, I don't want to say like she's all this and that. She's just not cute, bro.
No, but when you like someone's personality, then they get better. Man said that was wild edited, you know. That was natural, no makeup. Chilling with no makeup on. I can't find what I was looking for, man. Oh well, there's no hell.
If you got struggle to find a good picture of someone that you like, I think that describes everything, that shows everything.
I'm not like on Instagram or nothing. I just typed something into Twitter to see if something came up because there was a post that was going around the other day. I'm not on a. If I went on an Instagram, let me see if I can find something. Let me see.
Yeah. So next time around, we're gonna have more production, and we will basically give your segment its due because that was wavy.
Appreciate it.
You've done
That
your
was
thing.
wavy. That's the we did it.
Okay, all right.
All right, let's push on to the headlines. Pew. I hope you know that.
Oh.
It's because we started about women.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
all right, cool.
No, 100%.
think
He
so?
said we spoil it because we started about women. It's important to basically put that into context.
He's a caricature of himself, bro. It's wild.
Yeah. All right, next headlines.
Okay. Oh, no, your turn, Mark.
Let's see what we got here. I don't know where I am. Here we go. Our last headlines for the day is Biden freezes again as Obama pulls him off stage at the star-studded fundraiser. So Joe Biden seemed to freeze on stage at a star-studded fundraiser before Barack Obama came to his rescue and pulled the president away. The latest incident was captured at the Peacock Theatre in Los Angeles, where the former president and Biden received a standing ovation. The 81-year-old can be seen waving and putting his thumb up to the audience. However, Biden then stops moving and stares into the crowd for a period of time. Obama then takes Biden by the arm and gently pulls him away as he appears to snap out of it. The pair walk off stage together with Obama speaking into Biden's ears before patting him on the back. This old man, he's going to die on stage.
They're so wicked. They keep on putting him up. They're so wicked. They're so wicked.
A record number of NATO allies are spending more on defense, hitting alliance goals, whatever that is. So, a record more than 20 NATO members, NATO member nations are hitting the Western military alliance's defense spending target this year. NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg said Monday as Russia's war in Ukraine has raised the threat of expanding conflict in Europe. The estimated figure is nearly fourfold increase from 2021 in the ranks of the 32 NATO members meeting the alliance's defense spending guideline. Only 6 nations were meeting the goal that year before Russian President Vladimir Putin's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Europeans are doing more for their collective security than just a few years ago, Stoltenberg said in a speech at the Wilson Center Research Group before meeting with President Joe Biden later Monday at the White House. NATO members agreed last year to spend at least 2% of their gross domestic product on defense. The surge in spending reflects the worries about the war in Ukraine and the concern about the possible re-election of former President Donald Trump, who has characterized many NATO allies as freeloading on US military spending. And our last headline says Germany seizes 35.5 tons of cocaine in largest bust on Class A drug in Europe. German investigators have confiscated 35 tons of cocaine in what authorities say is the biggest bust of Class A drug of the Class A drug Europe has ever seen. Prosecutors in the western city of Dusseldorf said they confiscated the cocaine, which they valued at 2.6 billion last year after receiving a tip from Colombian authorities. A total of 25 tons of cocaine was found in the port of the northern city of Hamburg as part of Operation Plexus, another 8 in the Dutch port of Rotterdam, and almost 3 in Colombia. The drugs were hidden amongst vegetables and fruit, prosecutors said. 7 people aged between 30 and 54 were arrested in recent weeks and include German, Azerbaijani, Bulgarian, Moroccan, Turkish, and Ukrainian nationals. Their identities have not been disclosed in line with German privacy laws. And now it's time to pay more bills, and then we can get into our reaction. Welcome to the reaction, people. I read our sports headlines. We've only got one to read out. Yesterday, obviously, Euros is taking place right now. Romania beat Ukraine 3-0. Belgium lost 1-0 to Slovakia. Heard Lukaku was stinking the place up. Had 3 sitters, missed all of them. And France beat Austria 1-0. Mbappe came off because he broke his nose. And that's what they want to talk about here. Kylian Mbappe's nose injury overshadows win for Didier Deschamps' side. But I don't know if it overshadowed it. It wasn't really a great performance anyway. France starts Euro 2024 with a narrow win over Austria despite Kylian Mbappe's injury. In their opening match of Euro 24, France defeated Austria 1-0 in Group D thanks to an own goal by Max Wöber of Leeds United. The goal came when Kylian Mbappe crossed the ball from the right and Wöber inadvertently headed it past his own goalkeeper. Austria had a strong start and nearly scored first when Christoph Baumgartner's attempt was saved by French goalkeeper Mike Magnan. Mbappe had a chance to extend France's lead but missed the target. Despite France's inability to score a second goal, they held on for the win while Austria struggled to create clear opportunities. However, the match was overshadowed by injury to Mbappe, who suffered a nose injury after collision with an opponent and had to be substituted. So yeah, I think they've broke his nose. He's got that sorted. I don't know how it works for the next couple of games, whether he's gonna have to miss it or not.
Premier League fixtures out.
All right, cool. Let's get these Premier League fixtures up because there's nothing going on there. France didn't really play good. If you ask me, Austria was involved. They could have equalised at least or done something.
Match day.
What's the opening weekend saying, man? That's what we really care about. Let's see what the opening weekend is. 18th of August, 17th of August. Did I say 16th of August?
Yeah,
16th.
Man United Fulham.
So what, we play on the Friday? What are they doing that for? 8 o'clock on the Friday. I have to see if I got my youth that weekend. I might have to go on money. I might have to go do that still. It's a good one. So Man United got Fulham. Liverpool got Ipswich Town. Lucky. Arsenal got Wolves at home. Should be pretty easy. Newcastle got Southampton back. What's the tie of the weekend? West Ham Villa.
Chelsea Man City.
What's that on the Sunday?
18th, yeah.
There we go. Leicester City.
Yeah, Sunday.
Leicester City and Spurs is the Monday night football. That might be a decent game. Palace, Brentford, Forest, Bournemouth. It's not really it's not really tasty, is it?
Well, for me, it's good.
I'll be happy to have football back. Why? Because you got Wolves.
Yeah. We should have that.
Oh, what, you just care about. Oh, okay. You just want to get up to the right start.
But I'm looking at this with my lens on.
Get this title challenge on the way.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I want to see if Newcastle start with Isaac. And I want to see if United start with Rashford.
Yeah, it should be all right by then, isn't it?
It should be. Who's
What's
leaving
this
things
next
to
week?
last minute?
Oh, Brighton, 24th. What's that? It's 25th.
Oh, Aston Villa away.
Where's that?
Arsenal.
Is that the 24th?
That's the 24th, yeah.
Damn. Why couldn't you play on my birthday? That would have been a good... Should have been on the 25th, man. Then you would have lost.
I'm confident. Let's make sure we get Rashi in.
Are these Saturdays? What day's my birthday this year? This don't make no sense.
24th, it would be a Saturday, wouldn't it?
That's what I'm thinking. I didn't know my birthday was on Sunday.
24th.
I thought my birthday was on Saturday. Huh?
Saturday 24th, yeah.
Oh, but it would be a bank holiday after that, though, innit?
Let me see.
Is it bank holiday 26?
Some bank holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 26?
It would be, yes. 2 days from the 24th, yes.
Oh, cool. So my birthday's on a bank holiday. That's cool then.
Then we've got Brighton.
We got Brighton.
You got Liverpool.
Who, you lot?
In the third week, you got Liverpool.
Who, us?
Yeah.
Where?
There.
Why can't I see? Ah. Oh, it's going off. Oh, keep going, let's keep going. Brentford. Who's that?
We
Southampton.
got Southampton. We got Tottenham.
Oh.
So Aston Villa, Brighton, and Tottenham.
In the first 4 weeks.
We better get Rashford.
Wait, there. Wolves, Villa, Brighton, Tottenham. Yeah, that.
And then Man City. Are you mad?
Okay, then. So the league's starting right.
Nah, they planned this.
So by the time you play City, you might be like 6.
Or first and gone clear. And done the deed. Nah, that's a crazy start. Can you imagine our crazy ending and our crazy start?
Oh, here we go. Narrative after narrate, innit?
No. To be honest, what I'm thinking is once it is at Ateta and Edu, peep this. Watch tomorrow.
Go buy Rashford. Second Rashford,
Rashi. We're gonna go mental.
Oh no, we've got a lot to look forward to. That'll be soon as well, man. That'll be before you know it. Especially with the Euros going on. We've got the whole had Euros and
Yeah,
I go
I'm
away
gonna
and I come back.
really,
And it's just
really
time to go.
It's
just time to go.
It's time to go.
I can't wait. All right, cool.
It is really, really gonna be a nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice conversation, man. I mean, either you proper pepper me and laugh to your heart's content, because that's the first 5 games. 4 of them go anyway.
Nah, these are our favourites for all the 5. All right, that's the end of that's the end of the reaction. And we ain't got no done here today. This is our outro.
True.
All right, then. That is the end of another show. Thanks to everybody that took part. What was I like saying? They're down on yesterday. See, you're not just letting this stuff you're not letting this stuff slide. I remember when moderators used to tell people like the video in the chat all the time. These are just getting comfortable. No one cares anymore, but it's cool.
Sorry, I forgot. We were supposed to spoil House of Dragons.
Ah.
And somebody just asked, could you 3 watch and review the show Queenie on Channel 4? It's got 8 episodes, great themes. All right, I'm going to check Queenie out. I've heard a lot about that, so yeah.
Oh yeah, nah. You know what? Sausage okay. I didn't talk about the NBA because I was bitter, man. I was bitter that they lost in the fashion that they did. And even after the first game, yeah, when I saw the way Celtics moved in game 1, and I just knew, nah, they got too much going on over there for them. I thought they was gonna get swept, but obviously their man done the pride thing. They got the gentleman sweep, and I'm happy because I like Tatum as well. I got a Tatum jersey in my yard. Like I rock with Tatum since he's fallen into the league because obviously Kyrie was there at the time, so he's definitely got my support. Big up the Celtics. And yeah, they won the NBA championships, man. 4-1. They put them to bed last night. It was easy. It was an easy series, man. Apart from the game that they lost, they pumped them. Yeah, they pumped them. Jaylen Brown, £300 million man. I think he won the finals MVP. So yeah, all in all, Boston Celtics fans, it was a great night for you. That's our new NBA champions 2024. We've done that. I don't know. And the way the West is set up as well, I don't know whether the Mavericks are going to bounce back. Like, Celtics are more than likely going to be in the finals next year. Like, that's just, especially if they keep their team together, which I don't know what their contracts and what their money's looking like on who's moving around, but they should be able to do it for the most part. Al Horford's old, but Celtics should be back in the East and from the East. They should make it through next year. In the West, I don't know whether Mavericks are bouncing back like that. They weren't even expected to get to the finals anyway. They were like the 5th seed. People didn't really have them down as getting to the finals. Everyone thought it was going to be the Nuggets. And then obviously when the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets and everybody championed the Timberwolves. But then again, there's so much going on next year and there's so much stuff going on over in the West that you can't predict who's going to make it out of there. It's crazy. It's going to be a tough run. So I don't know whether they get back straight away or not, but they walk around in shame this morning, man. Just going to go Cancun. They lost. So, yeah, that happened.
All right, thank you. Did you enjoy the first episode of House of Dragons?
Not particularly.
Fair enough.
I
The end is when it got a bit spicy, right?
Well, because I was just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Because you knew it was gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was because I've watched all the laws and all that. It was too much. So it was gonna happen. So I was waiting for it. I think they changed it a little bit because really initially they're supposed to do both of them, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, I swear initially they do both of them. They make her
Alright.
pick. They make her pick, and she picks one, and then I think
Just the case.
they do the other one. No, I think in the original story, do they do the opposite one to who she picks, or do they do both of them, or something? Something like that. I felt like it changed a bit from what I knew. But do you think they do a time jump in this one?
Hopefully.
Oh,
I
you
just need to get interested, to be honest.
just need to get.
I
what
just
it-
need to get interested.
Yeah, that first one. I don't know, even if all that extra the beginning shit was needed. There was just a lot of fluff and filler in there, just building up towards the end. It finished good, of course, but I just needed to get.
Yeah.
We need to get
Start
into. I just needed to start. Basically, I just needed to start. It didn't start. All the stuff, literally, however long the episode is, an hour. The first 50 minutes, I didn't need it. It didn't show much. It didn't do much. But I got faith anyway. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. House of Dragons, people. You don't have to put the whole volume down. We didn't even give no
Yeah,
spoilers.
we didn't do no spoilers.
No, you done well. There's no spoilers. I haven't seen it at all, but you didn't spoil nothing for me.
All right, we're out of here, man. Same
Later.
time, same place tomorrow.
Love.
Peace.